I'm Yoshi Lomax, superstar attorney at law and fugitive.
So, you're the famous Yoshi Lomax.
Probably more infamous. I'm on the run from the federal government for crimes that I didn't commit.
Gentlemen, I'm Deputy U.S. Marshal Sharon Starr. I'll be taking things from here.
Not to mention being on the hit list of at least 3 of Miami's major crime bosses.
I wanted to apologize in person for leaving so abruptly last night.
Welcome back.
That's Vladimir Kuznetsov, a Russian crime boss. He's been a suspect in over a dozen missing person cases.
I mean, I didn't get here to be this successful for doing things the American way.
I need a list of the jury for my case with Hanshu.
Oh, really? What's that worth to you? Oh, my God, you're such a...
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing.
So what do you know about Sheldon Chisholm?
What do you want to know about him?
I really need to know if you're going to take my case. I don't have time to play, Miss Lomax.
Money is not a problem. You know anything about his case?
It's being handled by agents in my field office.
I've learned that in this game of life, in order to win,
Ready to dance?
you gotta play dirty. You might look at me and see a beautiful, confident, successful woman.
Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
But underneath, I'm flawed. I'm broken. And I'm scared. So I have no choice but to run until I can find a way to clear my name.
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect. You and your associates are relieved.
Look. She killed one of our own.
But I will not give up.
All right, people, listen up. Get a picture of Miss Lomax out there so the public knows what she looks like.
I will not give in.
Okay. People, we got a game plan. Let's break and execute.
I will not get caught.
Time to go hunt.
Real talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with DaDirector on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Dupree, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
It's Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Trina Parks, and you're listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And nothing less. What's up? Happy New Year. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I am the Director. Brought my Jedi Council with me. We'll bring them in a second. We'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. And Real Talk is brought to you by B2S Media and a whole bunch of other places. But we broadcast live on via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV, Facebook.com, and of course via Periscope, Twitter. Today is the 4th. Happy birthday in heaven to my father, the Reverend James Clark, R.I.P. Today's the year 2000. It's the 4th of January, the year 2021. Like I said, Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for coming back with us. We got a good show lined up for you. We've been doing the verses for the last, 5, 6, I don't know how many weeks we've been doing it, a few months. And the movie verses, this was our version of verses. They got the verses going on. This is our version. And we've been, have some good battles, some real good battles against each other. I don't even remember all of them. Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Sylvester Stallone. That was one of our first ones. And then you had Bobby De Niro versus Al Pacino, a whole bunch of them, right? So this time, midway through when we were doing one of them, Ralph came up with an idea of why don't we do a versus of the years versus, like the best movie year. So each of us will pick a movie year, and we will, at that point, select a certain amount of movies, and they will square off against each other in a versus. Thought it was a great idea. We ran with it, and here we are today. So it's going to be good. So it's going to be real good. We're actually going to have us a guest judge. We had him on the show before. He's going to be coming on a little later, so we're going to do the tournament a little bit later. We had him on the show before. He is the distribution executive and producer, AJ Perez, and he's going to come back so he can be like the unbiased judge, because it's going to be each of us, myself, Kev, Ralph. We're going to each go with our years. We're going to pick a movie, we pick a total of 15 movies from each one. We're going to pit them against each other and go hard with it. So can't wait. It's going to be real fun. It's going to be a battle. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be a battle. So yeah, with no further ado, we'll go over some movie stuff. We'll go over some movie news. And of course, I'm going to bring in my Jedi Council. We'll get them in here so we're all set up, established, and ready to go. And here they go. Ralph and Kev, y'all in the building. Welcome back, gentlemen.
What's going on? Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Yeah, man. So it's all good, my brothers. We are definitely Happy New Year to you guys. We're going to get this little battle going a little later today. Should be fun. Should be awesome. So
we going with 15 movies.
That's 15 movies a piece. So that way, we can rotate on who goes first and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what is that? We can rotate on who goes first. So that we try to keep it in the same vein as the verses. So that way, when one round I'll go first, and then one round Ralph will go first, one round Kev will go first, and we go that way.
Now I wanted to add a little spice to the game. We should have whoever's going to be the judge throw out, as we're going. We should have the judge throw out what the genre should be. So if it's let's say it's Ralph's turn, and the judge is like, okay, action.
Okay.
And so you got to pull from your action category.
You got to pull from an action category. Okay. I mean, I'm with it.
However y'all want to do it, it doesn't matter because a movie.
No, that's cool. That makes it a little. I would say it does make it a little more challenging because we have to at that point adjust to what the And maybe we could do it through the whole thing, or unless you want to do it like a lightning round. Nah, we'll just do it through the whole thing. If we're gonna do it, we'll do it through the whole thing. I'll let him know when he joins us. Hey, listen, he's not gonna know what movies we're gonna come with, so you might as well say, hey, this genre or whatever. If you want to do that, that's cool too. Either way, it's dope. I mean, we all have enough movies in our years to accommodate that, Yeah. So it's not like if he say, oh, horror, we all got horror movies in our year. You know what I'm saying? If he says comedy, rom-com, whatever. I mean, rom-com is still a comedy, but yeah, I'm with that. We could do that too. It sounds good. Like I said, just so we got our 3 years banging, and it should be it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. We're gonna do some movie news too. Some of the stuff, go over some of that stuff, so we can kind of just be prepared for once Mr. Perez joins us, and we're able to get the actual battle on the way, and that'll be what's up, man. That's what's up. So, Martin Scorsese is back in Martin Scorsese's back in the headlines. Actually, it's not really Martin Scorsese. It's based on Martin Scorsese's original comments about superhero comic book films and stuff like that. Actually, what's his name? Richard Donner had he had something to say when he was about
Richard. You're a little late, Richard.
I know.
Where you been at?
Yeah, he had something to say about
he about to do Lethal Weapon 5, which might be a little too late, but
oh god. Let me see if I can find Donner's comments. But he had a different weigh in on it. His the way he weighed in on it. He said, and quote, the problem is a lot of times we in our industry that when the technical lens becomes readily available, it's totally missed. But at the same time, every once in a while, you really get quite a wonderful story with one of these films. So he was obviously responding to Martin Scorsese basically saying, these films have no art. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say that, exactly. But I'm trying to find his quote again too, Scorsese's quote.
I could tell you exactly what that sucker said.
He said while he acknowledged the individual films of Marvel franchise are well made, feature actors that were trying to do good work.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there for a second.
Theme parks. Yeah, he compared them to the theme parks and admitted he couldn't invest in them. That's basically.
Now, I want to pause right there for a second. Marty, it's time for you to learn something. So you're trying to say you wouldn't invest in a theme park. Now, during a pandemic, no, you wouldn't invest in a theme park during a pandemic. Don't make much sense. But during the regular
life
times of living,
right?
You trying to tell me you wouldn't invest your money in a theme park? As much money as theme parks make, from Disney all the way down to Six Flags, hell, even the mom and pop traveling circus.
You know how much it is to get into Universal Studios in LA? like
that alone is worth the investment.
$90. It's $90 just
the same everywhere. Yeah, same here too. The one right here in Orlando, it's over $100. I think it's like $100.
What's the one? What's the new one in California? The new Star Wars spot.
That's Disney.
That's $150.
No, that's
$150.
part of Disney. Yeah, just to get
that's a
it's part of It's part of Hollywood Studios, I think, because they have it here too in Orlando. Disney's Hollywood Studios has the whole section for Star Wars.
Yeah,
just like
$1.50 to get
just
into
like the Animal Kingdom has Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so because just for that attraction alone, yeah, it's no less than $100 to get in any of these Disney parks, and you're talking $100 times millions of people.
Yeah,
not only $100 times millions of people, $100 times millions of people who like to eat. Americans love to eat. We like to eat. Why are we complaining about how much the food costs and how bad it is?
And then on top of that, when the people come, put it like this, and I've seen this all the time, even when I go to Disney down here. Most of the people, I'd say 80% of the patrons at Disney are foreigners. It's so many people that come to Disney, not just from out of town, from out of the country. And they come in droves. They come like a whole bunch of, because they've been planning this trip probably for years. And they got thousands of dollars put away that they're spending on this trip. One of the times I went there, we saw a family. This man told me they were from Australia.
Oh my God! Just the flight alone.
This man told me he was there with 4. It was a family of 4. He said, with everything included, he spent about his budget is about $10,000.
And half of that
$1,000 that he spent,
and half of that is in flights
to come to Disney, to bring his family to Disney. He said his daughter, that's all she wanted to do from a certain age, and blah blah blah. She got a little bit older. He's like, yo, and made it happen. He saved up. That was one number that was crazy. He saved up, he said, for almost about the same deal, almost close to, like 8 years he was saving up to come to Disney. I'm like, 8 years? He's like totally, yeah, because he was supposed to take his daughter at a certain, because his daughter was like, at this time his daughter was like preteen. It looked like she might have been like maybe, like 11, 12, something like that. You know what I mean? But he was trying to bring her since she was like 6 years old or something like that, or 5 years old or something like that. So he was, but I'm just saying, that's just one family. That's one family of 4. 10 grand he spent. 10.
Now, was that including flights, or that's not including flights?
I hope that's including the flight and hotel.
Yeah, that's everything. That's all inclusive. That's the flight, the hotel, and all of that stuff included, right? That's just one family. They come from everywhere too, bro. Every time I turn around, I saw it was mostly foreigners, mostly people who non-Americans that come to Disney, because that is a world phenomenon, And you got all the parks, you got. Of course, Magic Kingdom, because they pay to stay at Magic Kingdom. Basically, they stayed at the hotel. That all you got to do is get up and get on the little. They got the little boat that takes you across.
The monorail.
You got the monorail, or they have the boat, like the water cabs that get you right from your hotel and take you over to the park. So you could do the monorail if you want, but you don't have to. You can literally get on the water cab from. They got like a little dock right from the hotel, certain hotels, and then you get in and they take you across. That's simple. So,
wow.
I mean, bro, yeah, investing in a theme park, but he can't possibly really mean that. He's just trying to find. He was trying to find a way to just continue to throw shade at them, comparing it to a theme park because he's basically saying it's just fun. It's not serious. It's just fun.
I got an end question to ask for Mr. Scorsese. Where does it say in the playbook, the rule book, or the guidebook that a movie can't just be simple, dumb, mindless fun? Where does it say it has to have a message or it has to have some sort of meaning? That they can only have a message or a meaning. Scorsese, listen to me. Listen, Marty. We call you Marty. We call you Marty. You have been making movies for years. Yeah. Some of the best movies ever, gangster movies, Raging Bull, The Departed. You know, one of my favorite, the King Comedy About Last Night. You want to talk? Let's talk about not about last night. After Hours.
After Hours.
I mean, realistically speaking, After Hours is your theme park. It's just a ride. It's not supposed to sit there and give you some deep meaning message or about the plight of humanity or where we're going to go in society. It's just you turn your mind off for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just have some fun. That's what movies are supposed to do. Stop taking it so damn seriously, buddy.
And even with that, to add to that, I mean, Marty, it's not like you have a lot of good films. You got some films that bring thought to the process, but I mean, you're mostly famous for gangster films.
Yeah, trying to get by.
How is that helping? How is that helping humanity?
Yeah, exactly.
How is that helping humanity?
Exactly. Mob films. To be honest with you, those films are just good fun because we don't live that lifestyle. We watch it because you
glorify snitches.
Yeah.
Have a seat,
murderers,
Marty.
robbers, drug dealers. You just saying
and snitches and snitches.
Saying, hey, don't bother working. Just go rob a truck. Just go stick up somebody. You know, that's what you're saying. I mean, frankly.
Yeah.
Literally, some of your movies are about shit that falls off the back of the truck.
Yeah,
literally.
So the point is this: everyone has their thing. No one's sitting here trying to. Anyone could easily come up and say, "Wow, you know, why, you know." I mean, hell, Kev is not a fan of Martin Scorsese, and not everyone is. I am, but not everyone is. So someone can easily say, "What makes him such a great filmmaker? All he does is make films about gangster movies. Most of these are stories that's actually already been told because they've happened in the news or whatever the case may be." I'm just saying. I'm not saying that this is a devil's advocate thing. So I'm just sitting there like, you know.
I got a better devil advocate for you. Let's just sit there because Martin Scorsese has a history of making movies with the same people. Yeah. Will we be talking about Goodfellas any differently if Pesci, De Niro, and Liotta wasn't? If you had a whole bunch of other people in it, you know, what Scorsese? You can't make a movie without Leonardo DiCaprio. You can't make a movie without Robert De Niro.
De Niro, he's made a lot with him. So I mean you know, in most of his biggest movies. Most of his movies are with, you know, a lot of them are with De Niro, and that's what I'm saying. So you let people do what they do. I mean, it's once again, and I'm not going to dwell on this topic too long, but all of these cats, man, all of the old, we're just going, for lack of a better name, we're gonna call them the old heads. All the old heads that's filmmakers. I respect all of you. I know that, you know, I grew up watching you. I respect all that. But the bottom line is this. Y'all, they doing just like these old heads in the music industry is doing. They not respecting the young heads at all, right? And some of them don't deserve respect, in my opinion. But some of them do because they doing their thing, right? And they making their money, and the old heads are getting a little upset in the music industry that all these young dudes, because let's face it, right now, this day and age, these cats are making money faster than ever. And you got, and that's on every level because of the internet. That's on every platform, in music, in television, news, film, you know, just all together. The new celebrity is no longer just a celebrity or a film star or a socialite. It's an influencer. The new celebrity is an influencer. You have influencers that have fans, millions of fans, more fans or followers, I should say, on social media than, Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like people who earn the celebrity status and stuff like that. My point being this: the old heads need to let this go, man. These cats, first of all, the filmmakers are doing good work. That's number one. They're doing good work. All right. The Russo brothers, if you want to take those films, let's use them as an example. They really bought in that real storytelling to the superhero films. And they're not the only ones. I'm just saying they really perfected it. There was other ones that were doing it, but they perfected it. And I don't want to hear it. They got actors. You got well-groomed actors playing these roles. Some of them are, Academy Award worthy, winning, nominated, whatever, playing these roles. And they're doing it. They're not just doing it for the big paycheck. Of course, they're doing it for the whole experience because it's a phenomenon. And that's, to be honest, Marty, no one really wants to see a gangster film right now. That's why Netflix had to buy The Irishman, because who had it? Paramount, was it?
Nobody cared because nobody cared
they
about
weren't gonna put,
the 1950s and the
we've already, and this is a different story. I get it, but the moment you start looking at stuff, you're like, well, we had Hoffa,
somebody fire alarm going on.
Somebody alarm going off here.
That's me.
Yeah, so it's like,
you smoking over there? You smoking?
Yeah, right.
Cheech? Should I start calling you Cheech or Chong?
Which one? So, the point is, y'all got to let it go. There's so many of these bitter old heads. Marty, Cameron. Cameron, is it our fault that you waited 1 billion years to do another Avatar and no one cares anymore? That's not our fault. I mean, I'm speaking of theme parks. I'm just happy with going to the theme park and experiencing Pandora that way. I am not interested, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm sure some people still are. I am not one bit super over interested in seeing another Avatar. I never really was, but I'm definitely not now. How many years later is it? Like 15 years later? 10 years later? How long is it been?
It's about 10 years.
About 10 years later?
I think Cameron is rolling the dice like they did with Terminator 2, because it is a big gap between Terminator and Terminator 2. But technology had a lot to do with that one.
Yeah.
And let's be real, beyond the fact that Avatar is a remake of Fern Gully, but what it had going on for it was the fact to go see it in 3D. Like everybody said, oh, you got to see it in 3D, you got to see it in 3D. So now that we've seen the first Avatar in 3D, do I need to see Avatar 2 in 3D? You got to come with something better. Now you got to come with like a 5D where Kate Winslet is actually going to come out, her fingers are going to come out the screen or something like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and Cameron, not for nothing, all your movies don't have to be 2.5 to 3 hours long. They just don't need to be.
Yeah.
Cut down the time a little bit. Can we shave 15 minutes off?
Yeah.
Just 15.
He just, that's what it is. And like I said,
well, to be honest,
a 3 hour
you don't even really tell. You can't even really tell what Avatar that you were in a 3 hour movie the first time you watched it.
No, you can't. And I can say the same thing.
I kind of did, but I was not a big fan of Avatar. I was that Avatar when everybody was going, ooh, Avatar. Avatar did not. Let me refresh it. I didn't say I wasn't impressed. I was impressed with the technical standpoint of it. I was impressed with him inventing the camera that they invented and stuff like that. I enjoyed watching the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed watching the BTS of Avatar more than actually watching Avatar. That me personally, you know what I'm saying? So I was not ready to, give him the, the man, give him the crown because he did Avatar. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the behind the scenes was awesome on all the stuff, how they did things and things like that. But bruh, you need to let it go. Marty, you need to let it go. I mean, Martin didn't say nothing else. That was Donna kind of like chiming in on it late. But they just need to let it go. Speaking of need to let it go.
Go back and watch YouTube has a bunch of videos of fan reaction of movie reaction movies of Infinity War and Endgame. Specifically, go back and watch Endgame. They're just mindless fun. Really? I was in a movie theater where everybody was crying.
Yep.
My daughter's mother reached in and passed me on cue.
Yeah.
Reached over and handed me a tissue because she knew what was coming. She knew the waterworks was about to start.
Yeah. I've seen a whole lot of Martin Scorsese movies in the theaters. I don't ever remember that kind of response to any Martin Scorsese movie. Maybe I'm gonna say the closest one where you like, oh damn, it maybe when Joe Pesci caught it in Goodfellas, and that's the main.
Hold up. I'll say one phrase. Cap, on your left.
Yeah,
I got goosebumps right now.
Got goosebumps just saying it. On your left. What? Yo, come on, son. Avengers Assemble. The man been saying, we've been waiting for that for how many damn movies? We've been waiting for him to say that. He says it. And everybody, just not even that. Even when no, I got another one that made I got another phrase that made mad people cry, including myself. I love you 3000.
Yeah.
When he said that about the door and walks off, he disappears. I love you 3000. Are you serious, man? Come on, man. They killed that movie, yo.
Listen.
So
the one scene that rocked everybody's mind when the hammer floated up off the ground, went backwards and came back. You saw Steve Rogers holding the listen, I'm crying now. I'm crying right now. Listen, man. But you can't listen.
The thing is this. Now, granted, like I said, certain moments are going to be more special to the people who went on the ride, right? They went on this whole journey from this, that's what made Endgame so, such a payoff movie, because it was 10 years of payoff. Basically, it took you. It wrapped up this journey that we went on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe for 10 years. But I mean, let's go away from that. Let's go away from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Comic book films, period, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the Dark Knight series. Those had those evoked a lot of emotion.
Spider-Man. When she says, "Go get him, Tiger," people lost it.
Exactly. When she said, "Go get him, Tiger," I'm ready to get chills again just from that. That's the line that everyone was waiting on Mary Jane to say. Go get him, Tiger. That's what she always said in the comics, in the cartoons. So her saying that had everybody, I was ready to jump out the window. with no web shooters, no organic webs. We see how that would.
Hell, even though it wasn't the greatest movie, Fantastic Four, when he said it's clobbering time.
Yeah, these things that people, what is better to evoke an emotion than seeing something manifest that you remember from a child? You know what I'm saying? For you, these movies are taking the men our age and the women our age back to their childhood. So what else do you want as far as evoking emotion?
What else do you want? I'll tell you what he wants. He wants this. This is Sparta, and he wants a foot right in his chest. You want to talk about comic book movies? You want to talk about comic book movies?
Right.
The comic book movies are nothing.
I dare you to call King Leonidas. Compare King Leonidas to Disney World. I dare you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point, man. I think Marty, you don't. Like I said, don't stop hating. I'm gonna stop dwelling on him and move on a little bit.
Stop sipping the juice. Stop sipping the haterade.
Haterade for real. And okay, so speaking of, I was like, speaking of letting it go. So Ray Fisher has been back in the news. This time, well, a couple of weeks ago, he had said something else about. He's making it clear to people. This was a couple of weeks ago when he said, he's making it clear to people that he plans to never really work with Warner Brothers again, and he still talks about the things now. Now, granted, I'm not going to take nothing away from the brother because he's obviously had a bad experience, and it seems like a really bad experience. It may have jaded him going down the line. He may not even, who knows what he's going to do with his acting career. Like he got that. It seems like he got that jaded because he keeps talking about it. But he also, on another note, he also talks about, in this particular story, he talks about he retweet because there's another hashtag. I guess the fans figure, well, we got away with it once. Let's do another hashtag. So now the hashtag that was just made up is called hashtag Restore the Snyderverse. And for people who may or may not know what that should mean, well, basically what they're talking about is, as we can tell, ever since they completely went away from Zack Snyder's overall vision of Justice League and stuff like that, we see where we're at now. Wonder Woman 84 just came out, and by the way, had a 76% drop.
Yep.
For week 2.
Wow.
76% drop in week 2. That's because everybody got a chance to talk about it and see it and be like, whoa, what happened? As we also learned in our research, Patty Jenkins, who was always, kind of cool with Snyder and seemed like she was, rolling with it. But she decided to go in her own direction. And also Jeff Johns co-wrote that script, which explains a lot. And it's so hard to talk bad about Jeff Johns because he's such a good comic writer. But, the fact that, in comics it's still stories, right? So, but the fact that he can't seem to get it. Now, the original guy, I forget his name, and Kev, you may know his name. The original guy that she had on board, who wrote the first one and just set up great. He was also a comic writer. He wrote Wonder Woman in the comics too. So what are you trying to fix that ain't broke? I don't get it.
Listen, and also speaking of that, his name is a Molten Matterson or something like that. But speaking on that, we owe the latte drinking, tight pants wearing, ankle tattoo having executives an apology.
No, we don't. No.
Yes, let me finish. We owe them an apology because we blamed them for the third act of Wonder Woman. And actually, it's the other way around. Patty Jenkins, just like she did in this Wonder Woman, did not want an action sequence in the third act of Wonder Woman. And the studio had to force it on her. So that's why it looked so bad, because the studio had to force it on her. She wanted to do like what she did in this Wonder Woman and have a speech, have some dialogue in the third act. She didn't. If you notice, this one of the problems with this Wonder Woman in 1984, there was minimal action. There was very little action. She didn't want. Patty Jenkins also didn't want them to use the sword and the shield. She didn't want Wonder Woman using the sword or the shield. She only wanted her to use. I guess they must have told her, well, she at least used the lasso. So they gave us a whole bunch of lasso.
Too much.
They also told her, hey, Wonder Woman can fly. Patty Jenkins wanted Wonder Woman to reach in the air with her lasso and pull herself up, which is a message. Which is the message: pull yourself up, woman. Listen, stop it. This is an Amazon warrior princess. What? Excuse. I know we said we're not gonna curse that much on this show, so this is probably gonna be my only time cursing tonight. Fuck is wrong with you, Patty Jenkins? Fuck is on your mind? This is an Amazon warrior princess.
Here's the deal. Now,
you also changed the story of Cheetah.
I know. Change the story of Cheetah. It's important to mention for the comic book purists.
I'm sorry, Wes. I want to mention one more thing, and I'll shut up. Well, you probably gonna say it. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying it's important to mention when we talk about Wonder Woman for the comic book purists out there. Now, there's different, obviously, iteration of Wonder Woman that was in the comics. Not every version of Wonder Woman in the comics could fly. Let's just so we can, for the comic book purists, but there is a version of Wonder Woman that can fly. You know, right. And that's the one that they used in they use that in a lot of the cartoons, like the Justice League Unlimited cartoon and some of the Wonder Woman cartoons, something like that. So, so that you got the different things. You have the Invisible Jet is part of Wonder Woman's history. We know that
lore,
right?
Yeah,
lore, yeah, but also. Right, the bracelet, everything that's in there is part of it, but also the fact that she can fly is part of it as well. But I just wanted to put that out there, so it's just so we're not just saying, I had a couple of comic book heads.
Nope. Yep, you could say that, but you know what? Take it all back. Roll it all back. Roll it back like a flat tire. Just roll it all back. Because here's what Patty Jenkins and her ultimate wisdom, what she decided to do. She decided to pull an X-Men. She decided to be a Bryan Singer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get rid of.
No, I'm not going to go. I'm not even going to go that far. I'm not even going to go.
But that's what she did. In Wonder Woman 1984, that's exactly what she did. She refused. She fired Martison. William Martin. She fired the director. The writer that helped co-write the last Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. She got rid of the stuntmen from the last Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. She also went off book. She didn't go by none of the source material. Mm-hmm. She completely went off the source material. The studio was actually worried about this film. And the only reason why they didn't pause the film is because Patty Jenkins said, "Trust me, this is going to work." She also got stuck in the nostalgia. She titled the film 1984, Wonder Woman 84. Mm-hmm. But she was stuck on the nostalgia of Wonder Woman from the 1970s. This is why a lot of it didn't work. Pedro Pascal's character in this movie, that's not the character from the comics. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, that character, the neck breaking scene in Man of Steel when he broke Jorah what's his face's neck?
Zod. Mm-hmm.
Zod, when he broke Zod's neck, that actually happened to that character, to Pedro Pascal's character. Mm-hmm. So they ripped that from that one and did it with him. So because they did that, they figure, we can't use that again. I'm like, why couldn't you? She
probably wouldn't have did it anyway. She probably wouldn't have used it anyway.
She followed none of the source material. She had her own thing she wanted to do. That's why this whole movie was less about. She didn't want a lot of action in the movie. That's why this movie is so jam-packed with messaging. The opening scene, you have Linda Carter. You have Linda Carter in the scene, and you're talking about how she's the ancient Amazon warrior that saved all the Amazons, and you don't open the movie with that,
right? I mean,
that's the only thing I do understand why. I mean, I understand that part why you put Linda Carter at the end. That's for the fan service. But a few things about what you just said, Kevin, I don't disagree with you, except one thing I do disagree with you. If you want to issue the latte drinking executives an apology, I'm not issuing an apology because one wrong decision on the director's part does not equate the many wrong decisions
But
on
she
the
did it
part.
twice. She did
Even
the
with
same
that
thing
one.
twice, and then she did it throughout the whole movie. It's
Even with
it's
that.
too. And then not only that,
I guess I don't know. Do you mean you need an interim apology as opposed to
I'm
this
not-
movie?
No,
So
I'm,
the-
no. I mean, no. I meant exactly what I know. I meant exactly what I said. That we were blaming them for the third act of the movie, and it wasn't the executives that asked for the third act to be the way it was in the movie. They were asking for an action sequence. Patty Jenkins didn't want to give them an action sequence. She reluctantly gave that half-ass action sequence because she didn't want. She didn't want to do it. That's why it was so bad.
In the first movie?
In the first one. And
Right.
that's why in the second one, in the third act, there is no action sequence. It's dialogue. It's a message. The movie started out with a message. Don't cheat. Don't cut corners.
Don't cut corners.
The movie is about a warrior princess. The movie is about the armor of the ultimate warrior princess. And you're talking about don't cut corners? Don't cheat. You had all this. You're preaching in a movie. This is an Amazon warrior. Hollywood needs to stop. And I'm going to, because somebody else said it today that I was listening to, and we've talked about this before. Hollywood needs to stop hiring these writers and directors that don't have an affinity and a love for comic book movies, or who cannot take a story and make a story from the source material that was given. You got everything is in front of you. A comic book movie is one of the I hate to say this, but because I've done film, I've worked with a director, I've worked with writers, I've worked in this industry. A comic book film outside of the CGI and all the technical stuff of making people fly, comic books are one of the easiest movies that you could probably put together. You have your panels already laid out for you. And the groundwork that's set for you with a comic book.
In turn, that's pretty much your storyboards. The comic itself. You know,
your direction, your tone, everything is right there. Now, can you go from that? Can you take inspiration from that and tell a different story that doesn't have to be exactly comic book accurate? Yes, you want, and I totally 100% agree with that. There are some things that don't translate over.
Example is Nolan. Christopher Nolan took inspiration and elements of the source material of Batman and then told his own story, because that story he told of Batman, that is not Batman's story. That is not how Batman became Batman.
Nope.
So, but it's a great story, right? You know, like we said before, source material, yes, you don't have to do it word for word, shot for shot. You could still make your changes, in long as it's good changes, and long as it makes sense. You know, we brought up about the organic webs. I had to get past it, but it was still a good. I had to get past the organic webs with Spider-Man, but still, in all, that was the only thing they changed. You know what I'm saying? Out of that whole Spider-Man, from like the original Spider-Man, lore. You know what I'm saying? Like they the whole story, the Uncle Ben and how he was wrestling at first. All that stuff was actually the actual story of how Peter Parker became Spider-Man. So all they did change was the organic webs. So yeah, I mean, the bottom line is, so if Patty Jenkins did do that, then
it's not if, that's what she did.
It's my bad. It's on record. It's
on record. It's on record that this is what she did. Everything in this movie that we have is because she fought for that. She fought for this movie to be the way it is.
Yeah,
she fought for that. She fought for that cartoonish 1970s tone for a movie that's supposed to be about 1984. She sat down and was raping a guy, unknowingly letting a guy unknowingly get raped by Wonder Woman. Where if a male director would have done that, he would have been hung, crucified, and tarred and waxed.
The Me Too movement would have been trying to have this nigga banished to Siberia. He'd have been making films in Siberia.
He'd have been making movies in Antarctica, looking at penguins and shit.
Because I have to agree, if a male director would have made a film, because let's think about what happened. Steve Trevor, instead of just bringing back Steve Trevor altogether, because this is a magical stone that you have here, and other things magically appeared, missiles and all this other stuff that people wished for, those magically appeared. So why can't a person magically appear? Why don't you just bring him back all together, as opposed to him possessing the body of some unknowing dude?
How about this? Maybe you shouldn't have killed him off at all. Frankly,
that was the case. There's plenty of ways to bring people back without you doing it. This whole body possession thing. I mean, what was that all about? That was whack. And not just it was whack. It was very, very what's the word?
Weird.
It was weird. Yeah, it was very weird. And it's just like, okay, and then she has like
and only Diana could see Steve's face. So basically, you're raping this guy. This guy's unknowingly being raped.
He didn't even know what I was doing. So where's this guy's consciousness while Steve is there? Is this guy dead? Did he just disappeared? Even though that he still looks like the guy. So what if she would have ran into somebody that knew him? And they'd be like, hey, what you? So it's like this dude
is like, wait a minute, your coochie stinks. She's like, it's okay, eat anyway. You're good.
What if
damn, man. You really had to take it there? Did you really have to take it there?
What if Steve would have, never left? So this guy's gone forever. Like, it was just, that's dumb. That just doesn't make sense. It's like, oh yeah, he's unimportant. And then at the end, they try to justify it by him having a little flirty moment with her at the end, where he's like actually himself.
Raped me and I liked it.
She kind of gives him the time of day. No, unfortunately, the poor guy doesn't even know what the hell happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's waking up in the night with PTSD and his drawers is wet and he can't even explain it. Like, what's going on?
He's like, what the hell is going on? I mean, well,
like, Doc, I don't understand. I keep having these dreams about this woman and I don't understand why.
It's like, what the hell, bro? Like, it was weird. It was weird. It was a dumb choice by her. If you do magical,
I'm still going to say this. I'm still going to say this. I'll be willing to give the executives my bad. I get you, but for all the other dumb decisions that you make, nah, baby.
No. Listen, it was just for the one thing. It ain't for nothing else. It's just for
those other things. No, they get no apologies for that.
I'll be willing to give them a my bad. My bad.
Yeah. No, they
now this is no disrespect to any female director at all, what I'm about to say. But this is why, for the most part, with the exception of a handful of female directors, this is why this trash that Patty Jenkins gave us, that she tried to thrust. You took, if a male director, you tell me when in a lifetime has a man ever took a Amazon warrior princess and turned her into some lovesick groupie?
Mm-hmm.
He would have been vilified.
He'd have been vilified if he'd have did that. They'd have been saying, oh my God, that's why men shouldn't direct female-led movies, because they don't know. That's how a man is writing the female. Now, granted, a man did write this, but Patty Jenkins was co-writing with him. She oversaw the script process. This is her story.
She toned down the strength of a woman. You even took her powers away with a wish. You took her powers away with somebody else's wish.
And then she made
another woman's.
Exactly. And she made a point. She made it a point recently in the news to say, I don't know why, that she had no say-so in Zack Snyder's version of Wonder Woman. So when she appeared in Batman vs Superman, when she appeared in Justice League, when she was most badass.
Now you know why. Because look at what you would have done.
Yeah.
We would have got a sucker. We would have got some sucker ass
soccer mom.
Excuse me. We would have got some sucker. Behind woman in the middle of the field trying to fight Doomsday.
Yep. Trying to fight
with a lasso. With only her lasso.
She was badass the way she should have been, and in the Snyder cut, she's gonna be even more badass. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they're going with he's changed a lot now because people read about the Snyder Cut and read about how it flowed and how it ended and stuff like that. So I'm sure he probably changed stuff. But in the original Snyder Cut of Justice League, Wonder Woman was the one that did in Steppenwolf. It was Wonder Woman that did him in. You know what I'm saying? So,
give Zack Snyder his props.
Right. They made
Zack Snyder had a woman killing off the main powerful villain. You had a god. Wonder Woman is a god. Okay, excuse me, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. If you're out there listening. The demigod.
Right.
The demigod was supposed to kill Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And then you turned around and made it something else. Right. And that sham of a the sucker Whedon verse.
We will always only refer to as the Whedon cut. So our guest judge is on the air. I'm gonna bring him in. I want to get his opinion on this movie too before we move on to the tournament. But we welcome back. We had him in a couple weeks ago. A few weeks ago. He was graciously decided to come back so he can help judge our verses tonight. And please, everybody, welcome back my man AJ Perez.
AJ,
welcome back.
Hey guys,
welcome back, sir. Real quick, because we were talking about Wonder Woman 84. I just wanted to get your overall, opinion on it. We were talking about a lot of the disappointment in some of the things that Patty Jenkins decided to do in it. But what's your opinion on it? I'm just gonna listen.
I think she suffered from sequelitis. She tried to do way too much. The flying jet. Then all of a sudden she went to Superman training. And she learned how to do all that. And I thought the way they handled Cheetah was completely horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Two of my kids liked it. One of my kids didn't like it. She tried to get commercial, and I don't know. I like what she's done, but she's I don't know. I think she totally messed it up.
Yeah, she may have to go back to the drawing board for the third one if she comes back with this. And I'm sure that's why she's throwing things out there, because she's hearing all of the backlash and she's hearing the criticism.
She's blaming the studio. Really? You're blaming the studio. You got director's cut, lady.
Yeah. So she played it. She tried to play the studio, and the studios is like, nah, son.
Not this time. Not this time.
They've had their fair share of screw ups, but they're like, not this time, buddy. We ain't doing it this time.
You said trust me. Now here's one question I got for everybody.
Go ahead.
Yeah, here's one question I got for everybody on this, and then I'm going to leave it alone. Now, with that being said, what she did with Wonder Woman 1984, how are we all feeling about Patty Jenkins and her move to come over to do Star Wars, to do a Star Wars movie?
Man, my answer is simple, bro. I think we got the people that can do Star Wars. I don't need nobody else. We got them cats from The Mandalorian. Let them set that up, because he has a team of directors that's already worked with Mandalorian and Filoni or whatever. Come on, that's all I need.
I'm kind of nervous about Patty Jenkins doing Rogue Squadron. I mean, if you were trying to yank out all the action out of Wonder Woman,
potential violence and action.
Right. How the hell are you gonna make a movie about? They call it Rogue Squadron. I don't know if you've seen the other ones, but Rogue Squadron is a group of fighter pilots. They're fighter pilots. They're not the guys out there.
Now, to her credit, her dad was a fighter pilot.
Playing Uno, and blackjack. They're fighter pilots.
Right. And Kev said her dad was a fighter pilot. So yeah, maybe she could take some of that and put it out there. But I don't know. What do you think, AJ? How do you feel about her coming over to?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of hers. Just let me tell you something. I'll watch a superhero movie 3 to 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen Wonder Woman once.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm the same way. I've only seen it 1.5 times, and that's because I fell asleep on it the first time. I fell asleep like I was going in and out because it dragged. It didn't hold me. Like it dragged. It had 10
minutes of action and then stop. And
it had 2 openings really, when you think about it, because it was like it had the Olympics thing, and then you had the mall scene, and then
I didn't mind that.
No, I didn't mind it, but I'm just saying, that fine, okay, but then it just got dragged. It just dragged for me, and I'm like, it's not. You only you only had to build 2 more characters. Like, why'd you drag it like that? Like, why did it feel so draggy? So you don't have to build Wonder Woman. You don't have to build Steve Trevor. You only have to build Cheetah's character, and you had to build Maxwell. So I mean,
Maxwell was Trump, even though she says it wasn't Trump. Come on, dude, that was no Trump.
And this is what I'm saying, though. It's like
hugged. His dad spanked him a lot, you know. So they did.
I just was like, "What are you?" She definitely tried. She did the most. She did the most in this one.
And you know what? Nobody's talking about the dude whose body got taken over.
That's what we were just talking about right before you came on. Yeah. Right before you logged on, we were just saying, raped? "Yo, this dude."
All this shit happened to him.
Now, I mean, listen, not for nothing, but if y'all thought really was raping you, would you really complain? Probably not.
Well, I mean, but I'm just saying, the point is, had that have been a male director who came with that storyline, they would have lost their minds. Me Too would have been, like we said, AJ, he'd have been making movies in Antarctica looking at penguins. That'd have been his. Yep. He'd have made the new March of the Penguins. That'd have been the sequel to that. That's what he'd have been doing. So, nah, man. You know, that is so whack to me. That was so whack to me. Like, it's a magic stone. Why not just bring him back all together? It's a magic stone. The other people was wishing for missiles. Those came out of thin air. Yeah. More missiles. That's something physical. And then other people was wishing for things that was like physically appearing. So why not just wish for Steve Trevor and he actually appears without taking over some dude's body, and you're walking around with this dude, sleeping with the dude. And it's just like, yeah. And another thing he that male director would have got killed for is how, you know, you take this warrior princess who and make her into this lovesick groupie, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you know, that's another thing that the Me Too movement would have went crazy. They would have went crazy.
There's a lot of hypocrisy going on now.
Yeah. AJ, one last question for you before we get into the verses. Yeah. With the opening sequence with those two, with the Olympics and Wonder Woman fighting whatever she was doing, do you feel that because the movie was about, and I forget what Linda Carter's character was, who the name of who that warrior princess is supposed to be. Her name keeps slipping my mind. But do you think that opening sequence should have been about her, kind of like how they did the scene with when they were explaining how Steppenwolf came for the mother boxes? Do you think that they should have did something similar to that, where they should have opened the movie with her showing her and why that armor was in the building, even why that armor was in the film, even if you would have got to
that would have been beautiful. I think
that would have been super cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That. But then they would have messed up the reveal of Linda Carter.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But no, they could have still did it and not actually show
without showing her face.
Without showing her face, even if they would have showed just the person in the armor.
If they just would have showed action sequences of her battling, and then just showed like almost like a 300 moment where all her adversaries are just piling on top of her. while the rest of the the Amazonians are getting away, and she's taking them all, so she gets.
Yeah. No, I get it. I agree. I believe they could have still did, because to me, I think they did it so, they mentioned it so lightly in passing. It didn't make it as significant that she showed up with the armor on, to me. Like,
you know what pissed me off about that movie too is that Patty Jenkins is very proud that her Wonder Woman has nothing to do with Justice League.
Yeah.
Dude,
she made sure she said
when she was fighting Doomsday.
Yeah. She made sure she said, well, I had nothing to do with the Wonder Woman that was in Zack Snyder's movies. I didn't have any say so over that. Thank God.
You see why?
I don't know. Patty Jenkins is a little too full of herself right now.
Yeah, it must be. It's got to be something. So anyway, we'll move forward.
Kudos to her, though. You got the gig.
Yep, you got it, and just
kudos.
Kill. Yeah, kudos. So here we go. We're doing our verses. We've been doing that, for weeks now. We're now doing the battle of the years versus years. So let me just once again break it down for you, AJ, so you make your life easier, and for the people who's going to be watching this. So each one of us, the hosts, we picked a year that we're representing for for the battle. Out of that year, we're picking 15 movies. We're going to go head to head against each other. We're going to basically go rotating who goes first and stuff like that, because it's 15, it's 3 of us, so that's like 5 each or something like that. I don't know.
It's 5 rounds. Yeah,
5 rounds, whatever you want to call it. Right. Kev just brought up an interesting, and obviously, AJ, your goal will just be, because we know that you've been in the business a long time. We know that you've seen a lot of movies. We need people that's seen a lot of movies, and
I don't know what that says about my social life, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what to say about us? So, but anyhow, this is why we needed an extra head that could cover these movies, and that's that. And you pick who, each round you pick who, you just pick which movie you thought was the best that matches up. Now Kev had an interesting little nugget that he thought maybe we could throw in there to make it a little different and interesting. Maybe you, the judge, can also choose for the next round what genre of movie we're going to bring to the table, because you don't know what movie we're going to bring to the table. But if you want to mix the genres up and go from action to horror to comedy or whatever at random, and then we'll come with a movie from our year, and that's how we'll go with the battle. I don't really have a problem with it. It's different from what we originally stated, but it's pretty cool to me. It gives
I kind of like that.
Right, it gives you a little more involvement, if you can just say, okay,
2 or 3 or something like that. All right.
Yeah. You're like, all right, cool. We did horror. Okay, now to come with an action film or whatever. So, and both, all 3 of us got our years, got more than enough movies to cover that.
All right. So who's got what years?
Okay, so Ralph had picked 1986. He has 1986. Kev has 1989, and myself, I have 1999. So these are the 3 years that we're going with. And I tell you, Ralph was talking some ish last week, man. When you get a chance, you gotta go back and watch it. Ralph was shading us. He said,
I did not shade anybody. I even said I am not trying to shade anybody, but I knew there was going to be a strategy for this. Go ahead, play the video. I'm sticking with my 1986.
You hear that, right?
Yeah. AJ, Ralph was being a big hope in the park. Ralph was.
No, wait, let's bring it back. Wait, everybody be quiet. Let's bring it back.
I'm sticking with my 1986. I mean, the other year I was going to take was 97, but no. I'm taking 86. I'm taking Ferris Bueller. Say Ferris.
Go with 86, baby. I'm going.
I'm rolling
94.
with Ferris. I'm rolling with Ferris. Personally, it don't matter what year you take. I'm ready for you. How about just like that? I don't care what.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Take the yellow out your spine. That's what I'm talking about.
Chat room. Look, today is December 28th.
Wait for it.
Remember that Ralph said this today, that it don't matter what year any of them pick. I'm ready for them. And it ain't going to be about always the heavy hitters. It's the sneaky films that sneak up and you be like, oh, damn, I forgot that was released that year. Because I'm
a lot of good movies.
Like, when I first came up with this idea, I knew what the two of you guys were going to do. You were going to pick all the heavy hitters in the year. That's what you were going to do. But as I keep constantly saying, the year isn't strictly about the heavy hitters. You always have movies that creep up in there. That is not shade.
There you go, assuming.
I'm talking about.
That is not shade.
Keep it going. Wait.
It's not about box office. I'm talking about good movies.
Good movies.
Personally, it don't matter what year you take. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
And I
I'm
stand.
ready for you.
Look.
I'm ready for you. 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 I'm rolling.
And I got the smoking section open for you.
I'm ready for you.
There you go.
Oh my God. I don't know what to say now. Like, wow, you really put some work into that.
He said, I'm ready for you.
I'm ready for
rolling with Ferris. I'm ready for you.
Ferris. That's right. But however, I'm gonna say this. What the back of the statement I said, that I knew what you guys were gonna do, go with heavy hitters.
Right.
I put you like
Ralph,
if
I wasn't even
remembers
ready for that.
I wasn't ready for that. That I wasn't ready for. But I put it to you like this. Okay. It's like when we were all kids and you got picked to play basketball, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody always went with the guy, or football. Everybody went with the guy that was either really tall, really muscular, all this other stuff, because they say, oh, that's just the lock. Nobody ever looked at the smaller guy. But the smaller guy may have been small, but he had really good jumping abilities, or he was speedy. Everybody went with the Flash, which was the big dude, right? That's what I knew. That's what I felt was going to happen. And everybody was just going to go with the stuff that made $1 bazillion. That mean it had to be great. But like I said, everything in a year does not have to make $1 million to make it special to you.
No, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be. Not even. I'll even add to that. It doesn't have to make $1 billion to be a good movie.
That's very true. It really doesn't.
So no, the reason
that's
see,
not shade,
no, I'll tell you why it's shade. Let me tell you why we thought it was shade. The reason why we took it as shade, because come on, son, you should know better than that with us. We like go. You said when you were going to go for the heavy hitters, you thought we were going to kind of pull out a year that had like Marvel cinematic movies in there. No, man, I've been watching movies all my life.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. It's a no to that question, but with a slight bit of a yes. Because I did think that you would automatically jump to a year with at least one Marvel movie. Because obviously the entire year is not full of Marvel movies.
Right.
But I did think somebody said, oh yeah, I'll get one with the Marvel movies.
Technically.
Huh?
Well,
it was one Marvel movie in '86, technically.
Yeah, it is. There's one, but it's like a small little blase one. But it ain't. But that's what I was thinking. And like I said, because see, you guys got to remember this. Before I come to you guys with ideas, where I put out the idea, I like talk to other people around them, right, about my idea. And when I first started talking about this to other people, everybody started coming with years where you did have Iron Man, Blood. No, it had all these movies that made $300, $400, $500 million. But then I said, well, what about the rest of the year? Honestly, when I was having these conversations, everybody always went for the stuff that came out during the summertime. Like they took the summer movies. Like, but what about January through May and September through November, December? What about that stuff? Nobody ever really looked at the entire year. They took a part of the year and said, oh, I'm just going with this because that's the part that got kind of sort of like looked at. Oh, the summertime. But No, like.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, Ralph, but we ain't.
But I'm still ready.
We ain't everybody. We ain't everybody. Yeah. All right, we about to get it popping. We're about to get into it real quick, and give me a second. But just to get everybody pumped up again, just to remind everybody, you know what I'm saying, that Ralph is ready.
Personally, it don't matter what year you take. Come on, man. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
Yo, I wasn't even expecting this, Ralph. I had.
I'm ready for you.
Jeez.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm rolling with that hair. I'm ready for you. I'm rolling with that. I'm ready for you.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
It's a goddamn shame, man. A goddamn shame.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, right? All right, so let's get it popping. So we'll get.
That's a goddamn. No, wait, hold it, no man. That's a goddamn shame. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, that's going viral tomorrow. I'm ready for you.
No,
people gonna use that for different reasons. They're gonna be like, I'm ready for you.
But you know something about that part, the viral part. I told that story like 2 weeks ago about the whole Carrie thing. You know, the people on my job were watching the show and they were just say, "Ralph, did Carrie scare you out like that?" And I was like, "How'd you find it?" We watched the show. Somebody went and took that piece. Somebody went and took that piece of me telling that Carrie story and made a meme video out of it that was on the web for a day. Yeah, they did.
Wow.
I was like, damn.
Oh, that's messed up.
Damn.
All right, so we'll start. We'll get it, but we got the years set up. It's 1986, 1989, and 1999, and it doesn't matter who goes first. The first round, we all got a chance to go first. So let me just get all of this stuff set up, and then we'll go. We'll get it popping. So AJ, with that being said, what is your first genre?
Oh, man.
What's the first genre that you want us to do?
I will say comedy.
Comedy. Okay. Comedy is the first of the genres. Sounds good. Anybody particularly want to go first, or does it matter?
Nah, Wes, you go first.
That I will. I'll go first. Okay. So I'm coming with a comedy. First comedy I'm coming with from 1999. All right. I'm going with American Pie. American Pie. As we all know, funny, crazy funny movie. The whole thing with the pie. Him screwing the pie on the table. I mean, on the counter. Go ahead.
All right, for this one, I'm not taking Ferris. I'm not pulling Ferris out right second. But for this one, since that's how you feel, I'm going with a lighter movie. I'm taking The Money Pit.
Okay.
Oh, you disappoint me. I thought you were gonna come up with another one.
I got like 5 choices, but I'm gonna go for this one. I'm going.
Right, you go with Money Pit. All right, cool. Go ahead. I mean, it's plenty of comedies in '86. All right, Kev.
So you going with The Money Pit? And what did you say again, Wes?
I said American Pie.
American Pie.
Yeah.
I am going to go with. I was gonna save this one, but I guess I gotta use it.
You just gotta save it.
Only one.
I'm gonna go with War of the Roses.
Oh, that was a good one. War of the Roses. Okay, so it's American Pie versus The Money Pit versus the War of the Roses. That's the first round. AJ, it's on you. You tell me, or you tell us. Who do you think? Which film? And of course, the chat room, y'all chime in, give us your opinions. Who do you think? Not who.
Has so many other good comedies, though.
Well, I mean, there'll still be others. They got plenty of others.
All right. War of the Roses is good. It's just super dark, especially with this category. God, man. I don't know. I'm going to go with. I have to go with American Pie.
Okay, American Pie for the first round. All right, cool. So now, all right, cool. So what's the next genre? This. We're only doing 15, sci-fi. So this is number 2.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to jump out to a 2-0 lead because you going sci-fi. I'm bringing out the Matrix. What? That's me putting my Joker on the head like this. If we was playing spades. Give me all your spades. Matrix.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Damn, I'm not sure if this qualify as sci-fi, but I'm going to use it anyway.
No, you better make sure it qualifies as sci-fi.
Well, it's set in the future. I'm going with Aliens.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. I don't have many choices for my year. I do, but not to line up with those.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
You know what? Yeah, just with the fact of what you guys are talking about, the only thing I can really throw into the mix to really shake it up is Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2. That's an interesting one to throw in there. So you got films that all these films changed the game, right? They all have their main thing. You know what I'm saying? Back to the Future 2, we know how that did, the impact that's made. Aliens, we know the impact that it had. The Matrix changed filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? Filmmaking changed with the Matrix.
One of my friends is actually on the Matrix, on Matrix 4. So,
Matrix nice. That should be dope.
Yeah, Kev, I actually thought you were gonna go with like Bill and Ted's.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought hard about it too. I really thought hard about it.
Is that sci-fi or comedy? What is that? It falls on the
Well, no, but technically speaking, it's sci-fi because it's time travel.
Yeah, time travel.
Yeah, it's like Aliens. I was like, does it fall into sci-fi or horror? But I think it's set in the future, so they can travel to another planet. So I guess it's sci-fi.
But I'm gonna have to go with Aliens.
Aliens wins. So let me make that little tick there. Aliens for the win.
Just changed everything for me.
Yeah, no doubt. So
yeah.
Right. Next genre.
Superhero. Or comic.
Comic movie. It doesn't have to be. Okay.
Comic doesn't have to be superhero, but comic. Something like that.
In like a comic book genre or a genre like that.
Comic book genre is fine. If it's not if it's a new hero that was in comics, that's fine. But there's a few choices on each one of your categories.
Yeah, I gotta really look for mine.
I don't.
I know you don't, but I gotta look for mine. So somebody gonna have to go first because I gotta look for mine.
I think I got 2.
Well, I can go. I'll go first. Batman.
Of course, Batman.
All right. It's though I think it's in the comic book genre. I'm gonna say Highlander.
Was that in the comic book genre?
I think that qualifies in the comic book genre. I mean, AJ as a judge, he could sit to say no, it doesn't, or if it does. I mean, it's his opinion. If it does, it doesn't. I want to say if it does.
I don't
know. Ralph, you're 99?
No, I'm not 86.
You're 86.
86.
For 86, dude, you have a perfect one in 86. Like I actually teased it earlier. I actually teased it when I said the Marvel Universe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went looking. I didn't see anything that jumped out at me as a Marvel movie or something. Maybe it must be something I'm totally overlooking. But I didn't see anything that came out in '86 that's done by Marvel.
Ralph, come on, you gotta, you got. I don't want to call it out, but I know exactly what it is.
I'm
Rip,
not counting Howard the Duck. That's one of the worst movies ever made.
That's the comic.
Yeah, it is, but it's one of the worst movies ever made. I wouldn't pick that.
It was so bad, it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like watching Howard the Duck is like watching Sharknado. It's bad, but
I don't
still enjoy it.
I'm sitting here still trying to figure out what could I use. I found one that I could probably use that's kind of like a comic book-esque film.
Come on, Wes. You got one staring you right in your face.
Do I? I'm looking.
Yeah.
Those are considered a comic.
Well, you already used one of them, so you can't use that one.
I can't use that one again.
You got one.
Yeah, no, I know I do. Let me just give me a second. Let me look at it over here.
It was actually funny too. It's actually a superhero comedy movie. It was actually funny.
It is. A superhero comedy movie? Well, I know Mystery Men is one. Mystery Men. That was a superhero comedy, but I don't remember it being a comic book.
Yeah.
Was that a comic book?
It was.
But I think that falls in the comic book genre.
Does it?
That's a comic book thing. There's also another one in there though, but it's more anime.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go with Mystery Men since it falls under there. I'll find the other one if we come back around to it.
All right. So
what are the three now?
I'm gonna go this side of the room now.
Okay.
All right. So I actually set you guys up for this because there's only one winner in this category.
Exactly.
He said, I had already marked Batman as the winner before we.
Oh man.
Mystery Man was second, but dude, Howard the Duck was such a good movie.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it's that part. Yes, it is so bad. It's not even funny.
So bad, but it's so good.
Yeah, that's too funny. All right, next genre.
This
is number 4.
What is the genre called? You know what? Action. Just straight up action.
Straight up action.
Straight up action?
Action.
Okay.
Oh, you're up first, Wes.
Yeah. I'm looking now.
And after this one, we switch. This is the third. Is this the second or the third one?
This would be number 4, actually.
This is 4.
This is number 4. So straight up action.
Actually, so this is number 4. So somebody else has to go first.
Is it? I thought it was that we get to 5. So
5.
When we get to 5, someone goes first.
Yeah. It's 5. Go ahead. And you would go anyway. Yeah, you would go anyway because you missed the last one because I went first the last one. So.
Yeah, because you went first. Yeah. All right, let me go straight up action films. Let's see. There's a few of them here. Let me look at my original list. Okay. I'm going with The Mummy.
Interesting. Okay.
Top Gun.
So The Mummy and Top Gun under the action genre.
Okay. I'm going to go with The Mummy.
Well,
what was it that Ralph said?
Top Gun. Top Gun.
Top Gun.
86 had a ton of good action movies too.
Oh yeah, 86 was a year of action movies. Now.
Yeah, it did.
I think FX was in 86 at one point.
But so was 89.
89 had good action movies too.
I'm just trying to figure what can I do to counter Top Gun. What can I do to counter Top Gun?
You got some good ones.
What can I do to counter Top Gun? Yeah, I know I got some good ones. It's hard. This is.
See, this is cool though. I like how this is because this new element that you brought to it, that your idea, Kev.
Like now you really got to think about it.
You really got to think because we all have our list of ones, but at the same time, it's like, oh damn, because the genres are switching on us. So that's a good idea.
I'm not that part is not concerning me. It's the matchup. I'm trying to really equally match it up. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna go with the fan favorite on this one. I'm going to go with everything is screaming at me to do that one, but I'm gonna hold on to that one. I'm gonna go with Next of Kin.
Next of Kin.
Underrated movie though. That was a good movie though.
Sweet.
That was a really good movie. I actually thought you were gonna go with Blind Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It was right there. Listen. Blind Fury is right under Next to Kin. That's yeah. It's right there. Blind Fury is right.
All right, so that's
I forgot about License to Kill. Yeah.
Okay.
Bond.
Roadhouse. What was the recap? Top Gun, right? The Mummy, and Next of Kin.
Ralph, I actually thought you were gonna go with Iron Eagle. Because
I was in this one for this one to get, as Wes tried to throw the shade, get the quick win. You know, I'm going for the quick win with this one.
All right. So we have Top Gun, The Mummy, and
Next of Kin.
Next of Kin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck between Top Gun and Next of Kin.
Only two are actually really action. I
like The Mummy. Mummy was really good. But I'm God, man, I'm stuck with Kevin and Ralph. You know, I'm gonna give it to Ralph.
Top Gun, it is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah. Dope. Although, I mean, it was kids. You guys are like right there, like literally right there. I mean, Next to Kin was a good choice.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's why. Huh? What'd you say, Ralph?
I wasn't thinking you were gonna come in this game. I really thought you were gonna come with Roadhouse. That's what I really thought you were gonna come with. Yeah.
I put, but the matchup, but the actual matchup between what threw it off was Wes threw me off with The Mummy. When he threw The Mummy in there, that automatically messed it up for Road. Because even though Roadhouse got a lot of action in it,
action films, but we'll come back around to action, I'm sure, once we get to. Yeah, but I mean, your years had, in my opinion, better action movies other than like The Matrix. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So we got that.
Next to Kin was a better matchup for those two for you, what you and Wes picked.
So that was 4.
That's
so
we're
on 5 now. So
and
now
Blind Fury was definitely there.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good ass movie, man.
Okay, so do we switch now on who goes first? We're on number 5, or should I say 5 first? Yeah,
you got one more.
So let's do 5.
Well, I actually went. I went once. Well, you got to go. You got.
Okay. Damn, give me the genre, AJ.
Romance.
Okay, we going with. There was a lot of romance in '99. A lot of rom-coms.
Romance, not rom-com.
Oh, just romance. Period. Not romance. Okay. So romantic comedy wouldn't fall under that.
Yeah, you can do the romance comedy one, I guess.
It's so hard. I'm just
It's
saying.
a
I'm
wrap.
just saying. All right, cool. I'm going with one that romance. Okay, cool. I'm going with this for romance. We're going with the return of Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, The Runaway Bride. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Damn, now I'm actually stuck.
99?
Ralph?
I'm kind of. It's not. It doesn't have to be a romantic comedy. It just has to do with
It doesn't have to
something
be
with
just something romance. It has to be a romance or
romance. It can be like hot and steamy, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, 9.5 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. I'm done.
That was my joint too.
I'm done.
That was my joint.
I'm done.
You're 89, right?
I'm
Or you're
done.
No, he's 86. 86.
Oh, dude, you missed another one. That was
Okay.
really good.
I know. There's another one there.
He's like, I know.
There's a couple of them in there,
There's
really.
a couple of them.
Now he said specifically romance. So I'm
Right.
I think I'm about to do this.
Good.
You got a perfect one in there. For 89?
Yeah, I do. I got two perfect ones actually. But the one of them I don't think too many people seen. So I'm gonna go with the more popular one, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting.
I actually thought you were going to go with Say Anything.
Or Say Anything. Yeah, well, that's a real big one.
So that's another one. Actually, yeah.
So to wrap it up, what's the word? Whatever. It's
recap.
Recap. Thank you. It is romance is the category. I had said The Runaway Bride. Ralph said 9.5 weeks. Big up to Mickey Rourke. And Kev said, what did you say, Kev?
When Harry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally. Romance.
I'm going to go 9.5 weeks.
9.5 freaking weeks, boy. Romance. Roadhouse. I keep saying
Roadhouse.
Now I got Roadhouse in my mind. Roadhouse.
You ever seen that episode? You ever seen that episode of Family Guy?
Where that's why I keep saying it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Like Roadhouse.
He just roundhouse kicking people. Roadhouse. Peter, you can't just roundhouse kick everybody. Roadhouse. Messed up his order at the drive-through.
Those 3 years had so many good movies, though.
Yeah, they did. All right, cool. So what's the next genre? Ralph, you go first this time.
All right, I'll go.
What's the next genre? And of course, you can come back around. Just throw them out random.
I am going to go with God. What's the genre where it's not a documentary, but it's like a life story?
Like a biopic?
Biopic?
Like a biopic.
Oh,
I gotta look for a biopic in here.
Well, that would really be a drama.
Well, I mean, but it's kind of become its own thing, right? I don't know.
I want to sit there and say I don't have that kind of drama for the year.
You're 89?
I'm
86. 86.
You're 86. Oh wait, you do have one.
I mean, if you want to go with JoJo Dancer, that'd be the only one I can think of.
That's a good one.
That movie was badass.
Oh, that was an awesome movie. JoJo Dancer.
Yeah, JoJo Dancer looks like huge.
That was a huge one, yeah. Let me look in mine. Well, Kev, you can go. And then
Damn.
Oh man. I got so many. It's I am like laid over with them. Louise, what do I? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, I'm full of, and I got some good ones in here too.
Really?
What did you say again? You said JoJo Dancer. See, that's the thing. Trying to line it up against.
Uh-huh.
Now remember, this is still cutthroat. Don't worry about lining up. If you can beat me, beat me.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like the matchup of it against the JoJo Dancer was good.
I may have to see that tonight.
I got two of them I can go with. But there's four strong ones, and I'm gonna go with Great Balls of Fire.
Damn good movie.
That's a
Damn
great
good movie.
That's a great movie.
That is a good movie, man. To this day, that's a good movie.
That's a great movie. Great Balls of Fire. Would being John Malkovich count as a biopic?
It does.
That's what I'm going with.
Oh, yeah.
Being John Malkovich.
It does.
Oh man,
This is a good round right here. This is a good round. You got JoJo Dancer. Your life is
You know
calling.
what though? I kind of set myself up for this one though, because I like all those three equally.
Flip a coin.
Oh,
JoJo
man.
Dancer came hard. Ralph came with the JoJo Dance. I'm doing the play-by-play. Ralph came with the JoJo Dancer. Then Kev came in with what was the one you just did? Jesus
Great
Christ.
Balls of
Yeah,
Fire.
Great Balls of Fire. With my man
Great Balls of Fire.
Jerry Lou Lewis. Like my man said from Boondocks. How you gonna talk about? How you gonna compare R. Kelly to Jerry Lee Lewis? Jerry Lee Lewis is the king of rock and roll.
Oh God.
And West came through with the being John Malkovich.
God, all three good. All made you feel differently.
Mm-hmm.
God, man, but there was one that had really good acting, like over the top acting. And that's JoJo Dancer.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, being John Malkovich was good. Oh no, I have to go with JoJo Dancer.
JoJo Dancer, your life is calling. Great film.
I mean, they were
I don't
all
even know
right
if
here.
they
I
need
mean, literally,
All of them
all
were
within
good,
them.
man.
They
It's
all
all
needed
great
each
films,
other.
man.
But that
All
Great
of
Balls
them.
of Fire, man. That's what I was talking about, man. Because I saw that, and that's one of the movies. I'm sorry I didn't see the theater. I saw it on DVD, and I was like, damn, I should have seen this in the movies. Because that
You
was
didn't get a chance to see that in the theater?
nah. But man, Dennis Quaid did his thing.
I
in
didn't
that.
either.
Notice that
Yeah.
nobody complained that they actually portrayed an adult marrying a teenager back in the
Nope,
day.
not one bit.
Nobody
Nope.
bitched at all.
Nope.
That was the time when Woody Allen got in trouble
Yep.
for doing what he had done.
Yep.
Yeah.
But nobody has said anything bad
Woody
about
Allen was in
Jason.
trouble, and what's his face was in trouble too.
Homeboy that
Mhm.
ran away. God, what's
Yeah,
his
Roman
name?
Polanski.
Yeah, Polanski.
Yeah.
Roman
All right,
Polanski.
cool.
I mean,
Yep.
Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, I loved it.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean,
good
yeah, he
time.
married, and he married his cousin. He married his
And it was that's right. And it was cousin. 13 years old.
cousin.
Wait,
Winona
can we
Ryder
do a
played
tie?
her.
'Cause I have to. We have to do a tie in this. But Great Balls of Fire and JoJo.
No ties.
No ties.
No, we giving it to JoJo. Okay,
All right, JoJo's got
let's
it.
go. All right, next up, next genre. We're at number
Horror.
6.
Horror.
We're at horror.
Or
Mm-mm.
The Fly.
Okay. Hey, Kev. He's coming with
Fly.
the fly went
He
by.
came with the Fly. He came with sci-fi horror.
Right, yeah.
Since you coming
Is The Fly really a horror film? But yeah, okay.
Yeah, it really is a horror film.
Oh, it's a horror movie.
The sci-fi thing might be in question, but is it a horror film? Yeah,
it's a horror film. I'm joking with you.
It is. It's definitely a horror film. Okay. You really want to go there? You really want to go there? I got two. And see, I could with these two, I could, because I'm starting to get a little feel of where the judge is. I'm starting to get a little feel of where the judge's sweet spot hangs out about. I'm starting to feel. I'm feeling the judge out a little bit. So I know I could go with this one, which is my favorite. But because you said The Fly, I got to go with The Shocker.
Shocker.
Interesting. Okay.
Very nice.
Very, very interesting.
Okay. He got The Fly. He got Shocker.
I hope we come around to horror again, because I got something else for you too.
I mean, you gotta come back around to it. Okay. Then.
Oh damn! I let that slip through. I let two of them slip through.
Stupid. All right, so we got The Fly.
But I had to go with that one.
This is horror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with.
I messed up though. I kept it in the theme. I kept in the theme of what Ralph was doing, and I kind of messed up. I should have went straight. I should have went straight butcher on him, and just slayed you.
I'm going with.
I could have slayed you.
I'm going with The Haunting. That's a straight horror.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's a good straight horror too. That's a good
remake
straight horror.
too.
Now I wish I would have went what I started to go.
Haunting wins. Straight up horror.
The Haunting wins for horror.
Yeah. Listen.
Oh
okay.
man, both of them were good. All three of them were good.
Yeah,
those are good. Those are good horrors, man. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Ralph, you got a couple more.
What category?
All right, I gotta stop playing around. I gotta play to win.
Revenge.
I ain't winning nothing.
A good revenge movie.
You said a revenge movie. Okay.
You know what? It's gonna be a little unconventional, but my revenge movie, I'm picking Ruthless People.
Okay. Revenge movie. Well, I'm gonna keep looking.
That's a good choice.
That's a good choice.
Who's got 86?
I do. That's Ruthless People.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually going to pick something else.
I had something else in idea, but I was thinking about revenge, and the end of Ruthless People is strictly is not. It doesn't have to be bloody to be revenge, but it is revenge in the end.
Okay. I got one. Go ahead, Kev.
Go ahead, Wes, because I'm still trying to figure mine out.
Okay. You talking revenge, AJ?
Revenge.
We talking revenge.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit, I used that already. Damn it.
You can use it again.
I used it already.
I'm coming with it.
So I'm gonna go with Roadhouse. I'm gonna go with Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. As a revenge movie? Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about revenge? I'm about to hit you with it. Bittersweet symphony, cruel intentions. The ultimate revenge at the end. with the
that was watched now the other night. That was on TV today.
Yeah,
I was looking at that.
That movie was cool, man. Hey, I'm going with Cruel Intentions, because that ending alone was the ultimate revenge. When you freaking got caught out there in front of everybody, sniffing the coke. That was revenge. And from the grave. From the grave.
Jumpers, but I'm gonna have to go with the genre of Patrick Swayze. Roadhouse.
There you go.
I actually thought you're gonna go back. I actually thought you're gonna go back and do Next of Kin.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably
I've
why
already called it though, so I can't do it again.
He was like, "Oh man, I used that already." All right, cool. Yeah, we're gonna try to go without using the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Kev wins that one. That was Roadhouse. Okay, next genre.
Next one is animation.
Transformers the movie.
Transformers the movie. Another one of my favorite. 86 was my year, man. I loved
Hey, did you guys see the new Transformers, by the way?
Yeah, we've been watching it.
I was just telling Wes about it.
Yeah.
I was just telling Wes about it yesterday.
The latest episodes yet.
That was good.
I haven't watched the latest episodes yet.
Yo, hey, listen. Tell Wes about when I can't even say it, but wasn't it cool what they did with Galvatron?
Yeah, y'all heard that
Galvatron jumping. Oh, dude, Galvatron was awesome. I mean,
that was.
Yeah.
All right, so
but the season finale, the last second, it blew me away. I dropped my drink.
Yo, oh my God.
Kev, you was actually supposed to go next because Ralph said the line.
Oh, I am?
What did you say, like? What'd you say? You said the Transformers.
Transformers movie.
Yeah, he said Transformers. I am going to go with I don't have too many choices. That was good though. I like that, but I can't. Let me get out my feelings. See, this is why I'm losing because I stay in my feelings. Get my feelings. This is why I'm losing. I'm going with the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. All right, I'm going with Toy Story 2. That's my animation. Pixar.
So we got Disney, Pixar, and
For the record, I'm gonna throw it out there.
Transformers the movie.
I'm gonna try to be objective about this because they're all three awesome movies, and I watched them all.
Ain't no way you're gonna be able to be objective about this.
Wow.
He said you ain't gonna be objective.
We know. Listen, there's no way you're gonna be objective about this. There's no way you can. Because if it was me, I know what I'd be calling out already. Hey, we'd be moving on already because it wouldn't even be a discussion.
Transformers.
Yeah, see?
I would have said that without even blinking. I was actually looking for a movie to throw away.
Little Mermaid, yeah.
I was actually looking for a movie to throw away.
I was gonna go with.
I should have said something. I should have said a crappy one like.
I was gonna go with
In the Witch Hunt or something like that.
Wow.
No, actually, listen. I actually was gonna. It was the two I was gonna. My favorite from that year was Babar, the movie. I love that movie. Y'all can talk junk about me all you want to. But I was going to throw out Dragon Ball Z, The Dead Zone, but I don't think nobody really saw that. So
I saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Okay, cool. So now, Ralph, do you have any more?
you
have
did
to
see
go
it?
again.
Okay.
We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? We're up
What
to
are the
number
scores
8.
right now?
Right
we're up to
now,
number
Ralph.
10.
Ralph is.
Yep.
What'd you say, man?
We're up to number 10. So actually,
Number 10?
With
it's
winning.
Kev's turn to go first.
Oh, it's going fast. All
Where
right,
was
Ralph's
10?
in the lead. Ralph's in the lead, though. He's got
I
5.
realized we were up to number 10.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right,
Ralph's definitely in the lead.
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
Fantasy. Let's see. Fantasy. That's more sci-fi than it is fantasy. And that's more horror than it is fantasy.
You each got a good one.
I got one right here.
I know. There's a
Fantasy.
couple that fall in that. There's a few that falls into that category for me. But
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I used that one already. Hmm. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. Oh, damn it! Field of Dreams. Fuck it.
Ooh.
that's a nice one to pull out.
Ooh.
That's a nice one to pull out.
That's a real nice one.
That's a nice one to pull out. All right, cool. Yo, there's a few that fall in that category for me. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with.
See, I'm trying to.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with probably the highest grossing film that year was Star Wars: The Episode 1 of the Phantom Menace. That's falls under fantasy.
That's fantasy? Okay.
Yeah, that falls under fantasy. Yeah. You know, some of them have multiple genres that they fall in, but that's like fantasy, adventure, and yeah. Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
Okay. See, Dad, that messes me up, man, because I had two that I was going to choose from, but now since you add Star Wars, then I got to go with your favorite film, Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home.
Okay, so it is Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams, which was a wild card that threw me off.
I know, that was like, wow.
Field of Dreams, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and Star Trek Part 4, The Voyage Home.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
I can't disagree with that one.
That was a wild card. That was a wild card, Kevin.
Star Trek Voyage Home sucked.
It did not suck. Star Trek Voyage Home.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Oh my God, Ralph sounds like me. It did not suck.
It did not suck. You know, Kevin.
Come on, they saved the whales. They saved the whales. They saved the Earth. They saved the planet.
Yo, Field of Dreams was that was like if we was playing spades right now, Kev just cut me.
Yeah,
Kev just cut me.
Exactly.
I just threw out the ace of the ace of diamonds, and Kev cut me the first hand. He didn't have. That means he had no diamonds in his hand. I threw out the ace of diamonds, and he just cut me with a 2 of spades or a 3 of spades. All right, perfect. Okay, cool, Kev, you got that one. What's next? Next genre. And Kev, you up first.
War.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Absolutely
nothing. Ralph could have used Top Gun in that too, in a way. If he hadn't used it yet.
Yeah, I already used this. I can't go back.
I'm saying if he hadn't used it yet, he probably could have used that too. Like that. Okay. Oh yeah, Kev is up first. So.
Woo! What can I use? This is crazy. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
I got oh, I forgot about that. Oh man. All right, just give me a moment here, gentlemen. I just need a moment. I'm weighing my options out. I'm weighing my options out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with. Damn. Oh, Jesus. These three.
I never heard of that movie before.
I got it down to three.
That's the new?
That's the new
Is that on Netflix? Like, what the-
Whew. Man. I was going to say Casualties of War.
That's a straight.
But I'm going to go with Glory.
Glory. Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
I got it.
Let me look for a throwaway. Let me look for a throwaway. Oh man, damn. Okay, I'm gonna say The Runaway Bride. No, I'm joking. Oh, war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I think I could probably save this. I really can't find one that's obvious, and I don't really have a big throwaway, but I'm coming with it, man. I'm gonna go with the 13th Warrior.
That was good.
Good. Wow, man, I really don't have nothing.
I like that movie.
I mean, Aliens might have been the
I like
closest.
that. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I do. Aliens might have been the closest I had to a war movie. So since I didn't use it earlier, I guess I got to go with Iron Eagle. All I can really come with.
Iron Eagle?
I have to go with Iron Eagle for this one. That's the only thing I can come up with. That's similar to a war movie. I mean, I guess if I don't want to use it, maybe Heartbreak Ridge. But I think I would.
That's what you should have went with. That's what you should have. That's what you should have went with.
I don't know if it's Iron Eagle really
with that first.
Yeah.
Well, it's a military movie.
It's a military. Huh?
He went to Grenada and all that shit.
Yeah.
He was in Grenada for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
He was in Grenada for like 10 seconds.
It was about Clint Eastwood's character. He'd been in war and all this shit all the time, and trying to keep his girl. But you can stay with Iron Eagle. That was an excellent movie.
I could have pulled out the Delta Force. I could have pulled that one out. You know, but
you messed up. You messed up, bro.
That's what I said.
You had choices.
Because Glory.
Not only that, you have Platoon. You have Platoon.
Yeah, Ralph.
Oh damn, that's
yeah,
right.
Ralph. You have Platoon.
How the fuck I don't have Platoon on my list.
Ralph said, "How the fuck I forget?"
You got the ultimate war movie.
Yeah, it's not even on my list. Why is Platoon not even on my list? Yo, what the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, Ralph is funny. Ralph said, "What the hell?" But all right, well, the bids are in.
You gotta do the video again. Play the video again.
No, don't play that video anymore. Don't play that video anymore.
And then you gotta do like, wait, there was thing about video, so now you gotta edit it together.
Okay, so
oh my god,
Glory versus the 13th Warrior versus Iron Eagle.
Yeah, I'm gonna concede this one because I don't see how Platoon would have won. I don't even see why it's not even on my list. I don't know why.
That's funny.
Jack your bags right now, cause you're slipping.
AJ, so it's on you, brother.
Oh, it's Glory.
He said Glory.
Glory, yeah. Glory. Mm-hmm. Oh my Lord. Yo, how can you not? Yo, that
it was such a good movie.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Thrillers.
Okay. Let's come with it, baby. Oh my Lord.
Ooh.
Now I'm gonna be singing that song.
I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do right now. Now you see. Now how should I go? Because see, there's horror thriller, and then there's dramatic thriller. See, I'm trying to
You
feel
got
out the
a lot
judge
of
a
good
little
thriller.
Yeah, you got a lot of good thrillers there.
You have a lot of good
bit.
thrillers.
Yeah,
Oh
a
wow.
lot of good thrillers. A
Oh, you
lot of
got
good
okay.
thrillers.
All right. You got wow. You got a
A
lot of
lot
good
of good
thrillers.
thrillers. I'm not gonna lie to you. The thrillers and the action movies are why
Jimmy
I
A says this is
came
like
up
a
with the
cool
concept
movie
of.
version of poker.
Now I'm
Jimmy A
gonna
said,
on this category. I'm actually gonna stick to the thriller part, not just bang bang action thing.
thriller. Yeah, thriller.
So thriller.
Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Doom, doom.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Wes, you have a
with.
lot of good ones too. Wow.
I'm going with a straight thriller.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to stick strictly. I'm trying to, and I have my list written out with the thrillers, because I purposely wanted to separate them from the horror and action thrillers. Damn, this is hard. This is really hard.
I'm still laughing about Platoon.
Yeah, man, that hurts.
This is really.
I literally don't understand.
He said, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that's Ralph said, "What the fuck? Is that on my list?" Yeah.
It's not down on my list, and I'm still trying to figure out why.
Oh man,
you gotta play that. You gotta play that little video.
Thriller, man. Let's get a thriller.
Okay.
I know you got a few.
So here we go. We're going strictly. Yeah. We going strictly thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go with Dead Calm.
Dead Calm.
Sam Neill, Nicole Kidman, Billy Zane.
That was one of her first movies, if not.
Yeah.
It was one, at least the first American movie.
First movie she showed her movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with the Bone Collector.
Mm.
Man, now I'm nervous. You know what? You ride or you die. I'm going with Blue Velvet.
All right, you got the right one.
Yeah, that's a dope one. Okay, so we have Blue Velvet, we got the Bone Collector, and we got
Bone Collector.
Dead Calm.
And Dead Calm.
Bone Collector.
Okay. All right. So,
by the way, the TV show
Bone Collector wins.
Bone Collector wins that one. What'd you say?
The TV show was okay.
Sucked?
The TV show was okay.
Bone Collector TV show sucked. I was so excited about it.
No, it didn't suck. It wasn't that bad.
I'm not gonna say
I liked it.
It didn't give me what I was looking for. It just didn't follow it through.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I followed it through to the end. It was worth one season.
I didn't see it at all. All right, cool. So now we're down to what we're up to, number 13, number 12.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to
now we're at 14. We have 14.
We're at 14? Oh wow, this went fast. Nice.
No, we're not at 14.
Right. Yes, we
are.
are.
Were just at, no, because we were just at 10.
No, we're at 14.
11? We're at 12. We're at 12.
We're at 12.
13.
No, we're at 14. This will be number 14.
Track. I'm looking at categories and stuff.
Me and Kevin, we're tied. We have 5 apiece, and Wes has 3.
All right, so either we do straight up slasher, murder movies, or adventure. Let's go straight up slasher murder.
Slasher murder.
Okay, straight up slasher murder. Well, that should be back in the 80s. That's what they only did. So, well,
since we going with straight up slasher, I have some. I have
You
some,
have some too.
and I'm going with my favorite. I'm going with Halloween 5. I'm going with Michael Myers. I was going to use Puppet. I was going to use Puppet Master, which I was going to use a while ago, but I didn't use Puppet Master. I know. I was going to, because I didn't want to lean too much towards the judge, but I held on to Puppet Master, and I should have used it the first time when I was supposed to, and I didn't. I forgot what movie I used in that one. Yeah, so you know why I didn't use it, AJ? Because it wasn't. I didn't use it because I was trying to be genre specific. Oh, that's what it was, because I was trying to match Ralph with the sci-fi tone, with the horror sci-fi tone. So I went with Shocker when he went with The Fly. So but I was gonna go with Puppet. Yeah, I was gonna go with Puppet Master. Puppet Master was my initial thought to go with on that one.
You got some good ones, Wes.
Yeah, I'm looking. One that I got a
lot of sequels.
The one I know I got a lot of sequels too, but the one that I want to go with, will it be considered a slasher film? It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. So let me just see here if I don't go with that one, because the other one, that's a straight horror joint. Then you got I'm either gonna go with slasher.
I could have went with Society too. That was another one I could have went with. Oh, damn it! I forgot about this one. I can call it out because the battle is almost over. I should have went with Jason Takes Manhattan. That was funny. I should have went with that one.
True. I don't know if this was gonna fall. You tell me, AJ, if this falls under slasher. I'm going with The Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow.
No,
that's not.
Doesn't fall under slasher. He was a slasher. No. He was cutting niggas' heads off. They don't get no more slashing than that.
Dude, you got a perfect one. You have a perfect one.
No, I mean, well, I can't use it if you said it don't fall under it. So.
Well, that was
he's saying you have a perfect one.
Oh, I'm looking now.
You got like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on in West. Yeah.
And another one that I was saying, I don't know if that falls under slasher either, because they were like cannibals, the Ravenous.
That was okay. That was okay.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Wes, why didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going with
Wes, come on.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, wait a minute.
Yo, Wes, come on.
I'm trying.
I hate to do this to you, man.
No,
don't make me take your year away from me. I'm gonna take your movie card. Yo, you got the ultimate slasher movie.
Give me a second.
Yo, you got the ultimate slasher movie on here. You got one of the dopest ones. Yeah.
Give me a second.
I think me and AJ are on the same page on this one. This oh man, I love this. This was it was I saw this on, I didn't see this in the theaters, but I saw it on video, and man, it was very, very, very unexpected. I was not expecting it to be what it was. but it was damn good.
I'm still looking. So Ralph, jump ahead.
Still looking. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
How are you still looking, Wes?
I have a question because
You about to lose your.
torn between the idea. But I got a question before I make my choice.
Yeah.
Would The Hitcher be considered a slasher movie or a thriller?
No, that's it.
The
original, right? 86. Yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
The Hitcher.
But you got so many better movies.
Well, that's why I want to know. I said,
that falls under,
does it fall under? Because if you say
under it, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Then
it does. It definitely does.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, Wes is gonna lose this movie.
Remember, it's Michael Myers y'all going up against.
I mean, if I just
Wes,
want to go,
you could easily win this one.
If that's the case, if I'm going, no, you know what? If I'm going up against Michael Myers, I'm taking Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives. I'll take that one instead of going against Michael Myers.
He said Jason Lives, baby.
Jason Lives.
Yo, I'm back. I can't.
He's alive.
I'm going crazy right now because I can't find this movie.
AJ, can I call it for him?
I really want to take The Hitcher, though. I really want to take The Hitcher.
Yeah, I love The Hitcher. I love that movie.
No, but it qualifies.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Candyman is in here. What's Candyman 3 though?
Yeah, Candyman 3 works. Yeah,
that's a slasher film.
What were you thinking, Kev?
That works, but you got a better one. You actually have a better one.
I'm still looking. Give me 2 more seconds.
What would you say, AJ?
Give me 2 more seconds.
Gonna say, let him know. He already called it out. So. He already called out his choice.
You going with Candyman?
Yeah, I already said. I said I'll just go with the Candyman 3. Yeah.
Yo, you had Audition.
Oh, Audition. Yeah.
Audition. I never seen that before. That's a horror movie.
Yeah,
Oh, I watched that.
Asian chick,
yeah. Watch that. It's Japanese.
I only saw it once though.
And that shit was like fucked up. When she
that
that
was
dude's
real.
ankle. And
Yeah, it was.
Oh, she fucked that dude up.
Ironically,
I can't believe you didn't pick that one.
Ironically, we all went with sequels. Slasher sequels.
You had the perfect.
Yeah, I had no choice. I actually had no choice, with the exception of Puppet Master. Who me?
What'd you say?
God, I'm gonna have to go.
The only other one that I had was Puppet Master, and I was trying to keep it.
Michael Myers wins.
Michael Myers, he wins. Okay. There you go. That was number 14, Ralph.
Yep, this the last one. Yep, this the last one right here.
Last one.
Sports. Any movie dealing with sports.
Any movie dealing with sports. Well, I'm out of it, so Kev. I mean, I'm gonna still say something, but if we're only doing the 15, I'm already.
I was hoping you. I was hoping. Damn, I thought you were going to go with action adventure. I thought you were going with action adventure.
He said a sports movie.
Any sports related movie.
Damn, I thought you. I was ready to use Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I thought you was going with action adventure.
Well, we're gonna do the official.
Ready.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the official. This is the last one because we said 15. So if it's either gonna be Kev wins or it's a tie, and then they're gonna have to do a tiebreaker between Kev and Ralph. And then afterwards, we'll just run down some of the films just for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? Some of the films that we had. Because remember, this whole thing takes a lot. Takes a lot, Kev. You threw my whole shit off.
Yeah, man, you threw me off. With
the whole shit off with this idea of having him throw the genres out there.
Yeah, and then
we were just going. I was just going to go. Originally, we were just going to go battle, like, you know, movie for movie, just whatever, like whatever I pick, and then he throw out something, then we throw out something, and then he went it that way. But go ahead, it's all good. So we going with a sports.
All right. Well, I already used Field of Dreams. I already used Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Now, Can I go with sports comedy, sports
Yep.
action,
Anything that
or
has
sports
Anything
drama?
sports, anything sports.
Okay. Well, I mean, I already know mine.
Anything
It doesn't matter
sports.
because I can't win, but I'm still gonna just throw mine out there. Any given Sunday. That's mine.
That's yours. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good choice.
That's
Really,
a good
really
one.
good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But you know what I'm about to do? And you know what? Oh damn! I want to do this one because this one is perfect. Because you crying right now. You being a baby, like, oh my god, I ain't got one. And I want to use "There's no crying in baseball." Really want to use "There's no crying in baseball." And then I could use a wax on, wax off.
I think there was a lot of sports films in the 80s.
But I'm going to go with.
I know for one right out the gate. That's a sports
I'm going to.
It's one of my favorites too.
Okay. I am going to go with, and I know I should go with that, but screw it. But he said sports movie though.
Yeah, anything. There's a few of them in '89. That I know.
Yeah, there's a few of them in '89.
Really big ones too, like good ones.
Yeah, but the one I want to pick, I'm not.
Don't pull a
Even
platoon
though it
on
is
us.
technically a sport, but it's.
If you're thinking, I'm just saying, I ain't trying to help you, but if you're thinking any sort of fighting movie, that's still a sport.
Yeah, it's still a sport.
That's still a sport. So I don't know if you're thinking that, but if you was thinking like a fighting film or something, that's still a sport. As long as I mean, it can't be like Return of the Dragon. And well, it is a sport still, but he's not doing it as a sport in the film.
Wes, you got a perfect sports movie. That's all I know.
I said mine already.
Oh, not you. Kev.
Kev, yeah.
Kev, you have a perfect sports movie.
Yeah, I know too.
Wes, that's like top tier sports movie, but
Yeah. I know exactly what I think. I know where you're at with that one.
And so does Ralph. I mean, Ralph
has a good one. Yeah, the '80s had good sports movies. Man.
I got three different sports movies that I know on top of the head.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, this is
all right. I gotta make a choice. I gotta make a choice. All right, here he goes. I'm just gonna pull the trigger. Oh shit! How do I fight against this? There's nothing I can do against this. Jesus. If he goes here, that's gonna demolish that one. I can't even. Fuck it. I'm going with kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
All right.
Goddamn.
All right. Now, I could have went with Wildcats, but I'm not taking Wildcats. Wildcats out. I could have went with Lucas, but I'm not taking Lucas because Lucas has actually made me go to my prom, but I didn't want to go with Lucas. That's a long story. I ain't even about to say it here. But for nostalgia's sake, I'm taking The Karate Kid Part 2.
Now, I think sports films, y'all could have. Well, I mean, you pick what you want. I know. 86.
I mean, I could have took Back to School. I could have took Back to School because it deals with swimming. But if I think
Hoosiers was in 86.
Hoosiers, yeah.
But I mean, or I could have came with The Color of Money. I could have came with The Color of Money because that's 86 too. But this time I'm taking Karate Kid Part 2 simply because of now all you're really hearing about is Cobra Kai, which is, and I'm dead serious. Yeah. And how much stuff from Karate Kid 2 is they dragged into the Cobra Kai show. I mean, the girl that he was messing with came back. The other girl from the first series came back. So I mean, hell. So I'm taking Karate Kid Part 2. It's for nostalgia.
Even though they weren't doing any sports in Part 2, but yeah, they weren't.
You mean like that big fight to the death at the end?
That wasn't a sport. That was just a fight to the death.
Whoa. But the whole thing is based on a martial art culture. That is a sport.
I get what you're saying. I just said that they weren't doing the sport in that part of the movie, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I
really wanted to go with. I really wanted to go with Major League. I really wanted to go with Major League.
I would have went with Major League. I like Major League.
That was.
And I would have went with Hoosiers. I would have went with Hoosiers, but strictly for nostalgia because I just saw a commercial for Cobra Kai a second ago. I'm like, well, I'm taking Karate Kid. It was like the sign. Maybe I should take Karate Kid Part 2.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you both, Kev and Ralph, if you guys would have chosen either one of Wildcats or Major League, I would have. You guys would have won in my book. But because you guys didn't, you guys went the easy route with the karate shit. Any given Sunday.
All right. Well, with that being said, that's a meaningless win for me.
Oh God,
that's a meaningless win for me. But it gives me four points. But that would give me 4 points. That would give Ralph 5 points.
Kevin wins. He wins by 1.
6 points. He wins by 1. So the winner of the year's versus is Kevin. Yeah, I got to get some sound effects, man. Yeah, but nice. Before we end this, the night and stuff. I'm gonna run down some of the movies. Let's run down some of the movies we had. Like, remember originally, AJ, we said we were gonna pick like 15 movies of our own and then pick some other movies and then just adjust as we go along. Kev threw in the curveball on us, which I mean, it was a dope idea. It just didn't work out for me. So, yeah. But I like the fact that AJ gave you more input on the outcome. That's what I kind of liked about it too, because you were just kind of like throwing random out there. So I had obviously I did a Matrix. That one actually I ended up losing with the Matrix, but my list was the Matrix, Star Wars. I never got a chance to break out the Sixth Sense because I didn't think it really fell in any of the genres that you brought up. And
Thriller. That would have been a thriller.
Thriller, maybe.
That would have been a thriller.
Yeah,
totally a thriller.
Yeah.
The Mummy. I didn't get a chance to use my Bond film. That was that year. You just said horror. Did you say horror? Or you said slasher? You said both.
Yeah, he said horror. He said horror and slasher.
He said them both. Yeah. I don't remember what else you
did the haunting with horror. And
I did the haunting. Yeah. I won with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also had obviously American Beauty on there. I had the Blair Witch Project, the biggest sleeper film ever.
You know that I walked out of the theater and demanded my money back on that.
I'm not. I sat there
wow.
Like, that's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Yo, no. The bottom line is this. I'm real quick. I'm gonna run down my list, but with the Blair Witch Project was funny because someone at my job at the time told me about it, and I got really like wrapped up in, I watched the documentary before I went. I was online looking up, and they really sold. They were selling that whole thing, right? So, I was just like, wow, this is the only thing that was going through my mind because they fooled damn near everybody in the world when they did it. Only thing that was going through my mind is like, damn, this ain't really a movie. This is like, this should really happen. Like, that's what was going through my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like,
the marketing was perfect. They did the best marketing.
The marketing was the best ever.
Yeah.
They spent $30,000 on the film, and originally.
Have you seen me? Have you seen me?
Yeah, and it was like, and what really messed me up about it was, I always watch the credits, which I'm sure probably all of us do. And I'm sitting watching the credits, and I didn't see any actors. Like it was just like their names, and I was like, wait a minute, they're not playing roles. This is really them. It just fucked my mind off. I was like, yo, this really happened. So anyway, that's my little story. That's American Beauty. I had Austin Powers. That was the second.
I'll tell you. Wait, hold on. I'll tell you a cool story about, not a cool story, but a sad story.
Yeah.
They never got their advance.
What?
Oh, really? They all kind of like this. After that, you really didn't see too much of them anymore.
No, none of them.
They never got their advance. They got a $1 million advance. They got $100,000, and the rest of
You
us.
talking about the actors? You talking about the actors?
The producers.
Oh, the producers. Okay.
Yeah, and they sold it for $1 million. And the studio spent another $150,000 cleaning it up and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
The movie made like $300 million, and they're supposed to get the $1 million plus a share of receipts. They never got close to even the $1 million. I think at the end they got like $500,000, and they spent that on lawyers.
Wow.
Trying to get their money. And after a while, no lawyer in town would sue. It wasn't Lionsgate. Who was it? Who was the studio? I forget. But nobody in town wanted to sue them, and nobody would take the case.
I think it is Lionsgate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they got screwed big time.
Oh man, that is a sad story. But because we just was going with the genres, we took around genres once actually by the time, because we only did 15 movies. But I didn't get a chance to break out Fight Club. I didn't get a chance to break out Sleepy Hollow. I didn't get a chance to break out Thomas Crown Affair, Life, Eddie Murphy, Deuce Bigelow.
Actually, a couple categories you could have done: Deuce Bigelow, Life, and that stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's how
horror movie could have been Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, I had Deep Blue Sea on here too. I didn't get a chance to use the Green Mile. We never actually did drama.
We did.
Did we? We did not.
You guys started competing with each other, like, oh, what's Tony going?
We did use drama. Yeah.
I didn't know if we did drama. I don't remember. But anyway, it's all good. That was fun. That was real fun.
Well, some of the stuff that I didn't get the chance to use from my year, I didn't get to use Crocodile Dundee. Certainly Ferris Bueller.
Bueller, right?
Stand By Me.
Oh yeah.
Running Scared.
86 was a good year.
Yeah. She's Gotta Have It.
She's Gotta Have Spike.
Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China.
Mm-hmm.
An American Tale. Children of a Lesser God.
Every time I hear that name,
I did say animated.
You did say animated.
I did Transformers. I used Transformers.
You used Transformers.
And I didn't get to use Cobra.
My favorite movie.
I'm the cure.
Yeah, I was waiting. Listen, if we would have went the other way, I had counters for that. My counter for Cobra was Tango and Cash. I had counters for that. I was ready. Ready.
Dude, I was so high when I went out to see Cobra. I was on mushrooms. I was drunk. I was like, all this shit. When the guys were yeah, kill the motherfuckers. Oh, yeah. People in the theater were like, damn, who's this dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, for your Ralph, because you had started off 2 weeks ago talking about Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I
had Weekend at Bernie's.
It's you.
That.
It's you. Once you said leave it to the judge to decide what genre, that threw everything out the window. Now I had to scramble.
The only genre I didn't do was the cop genre, and that was going to be the last one for me.
The cop genre.
Yeah, the cop genre.
Yeah.
That would have been I would have took Running Scared for that one. The cop drama, the cop buddy one.
Oh yeah, I could have went. I would have got you. I would have got you.
You didn't do. You did action movies.
I would have took Lethal Weapon, Blind.
Yeah.
You didn't do. Go ahead, Kev. Run yours down real quick. Kev, you still there? Where'd he go? Lost him.
I was when he said, the other one I didn't get to use was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, when he had when AJ had said when he said when I think it was round 14 when what did he call for round 14? Because he had said first he said action adventure and then he switched it. And when he said action adventure, I was like, yes.
Yeah, you like slasher. You like straight up slasher.
Yeah, I went slasher.
Yeah, slasher. Yeah.
Yeah. If
he
you
went
went action
slasher.
adventure, that's
But when you said action adventure, yeah. I was like India. I had that in my back pocket. It was burning my back pocket up. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
Let me use Indy. I'm ready.
What'd you say, AJ?
What'd you say, AJ?
For the slasher?
Which
one?
Audition. Yeah, I missed that one because I only saw that movie once.
Yeah.
That was a wild movie. Man, but it's all good. I think it still ended up being fair this way because that way it gave the judge more say so. You know what I'm saying? Like let's see what
control.
It's more control.
Yeah.
Let's see this type of film. Let's see this type. And everyone and because and AJ, we thank you for being our judge because you know so many movies. You knew throwing out a genre that we all had them. We all had them in each category.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to really look and say, okay, they all got them, and you all had good choices.
Yeah, especially on that last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah,
I was surprised that,
and especially on that last one. I like the way you kicked us in the nuts on that last one. Like you guys went with karate, I said sports. Like okay, yeah.
Wow, I know
you guys go with the damn.
At that point, I was like, I gotta
go out of here with the kicking movie.
Go with straight sports. I had to go with.
Like I said, only for nostalgia's sake, I take Karate Kid. Only because Cobra Kai. It seems to be like that
was the only.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, I had in sports movies. I had Varsity Blues. I had The Hurricane. Those are all in 1999. You know what I'm saying? So it was the Hurricane, the boxing film. But Any Given Sunday to me, right out the spot.
I had Major League.
Yeah. That popped in my mind
Major League was it for me right out the gate.
The Platoon thing for me, I'm still
Platoon. Yeah, that was
still
funny.
like why? Because I think I figured.
I don't know how you missed that. I'm still trying to figure out how you missed that one.
I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm blaming Box Office Mojo for this. This is their fault, right? Because remember last year when they changed the format. So now when you go right, so now when you go on it, because according to this, Platoon came out December 19th, 1986, right? But it made all this money in 1987. Mm-hmm. So if you go to 87, it's listed up there in the top 5. But if you go to 86, it's all the way near the bottom.
But they got the Academy Award in 87 because they came out in 86.
86, that's right. But see, because I didn't go all the way to the bottom, I didn't pick up Platoon.
Yeah,
but that's my fault because I should have went to the bottom. So I gotta take the.
Even though I had one, the horror one with the haunting, I was also I could have used The Ring too as well.
That would have been good.
I was sitting here like I was sweating bullets because I was like, God damn it! If he used The Ring too, it's a wrap. It's done. It's finished.
I was lucky enough to come out of it with the win anyway on that one, but yeah, I was trying to figure out which one did I want to go with because both of them was those rings. I only saw those
very
once. Good. They scared the hell out of me. I only saw those once. Girl. I was like,
did you watch the Japanese versions though? Ringo and all that
yeah,
stuff?
those were the ones I saw.
Yeah.
I saw those actually because I never saw none of those movies in the movies. I just want to let y'all know I gave up. Other than the slasher films like the Halloweens and stuff like that, I gave up horror movies in the theater when they did the re-imaging. I mean the remastered Exorcist, and she came crawling down the stairs like a damn.
She did the spider walk.
The spider walk down the stairs. That was it for me. I said, okay, I'm done.
I walked out of the theater, dude.
Yeah. I said, I'm done. I can't watch this.
You walked out, AJ?
Yeah.
AJ, you
because
actually
it was
walked
too
out of
scary, or you
the
was like,
theater?
this sucks?
So I saw The Exorcist when I was 6 or 7 with my parents, and I couldn't sleep for like weeks. I had to sleep with my parents, and we always made sure the windows were closed, so no wind would come in, no devil would come and take over my body and shit. So I was traumatized. So I had a girlfriend back then. She's like, "I'll hold your hand. We'll just, I'll do this for you, baby, all that stuff." So I'm like, all right. I saw that, and I just walked out. I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing
You're
it.
not the only one, man. You know that there was reports of people that walked out of the theater at that point, because like that part
It's
was
documented that people went at that point.
and some people even fainted or like really
My
anxiety
ex.
attacks and stuff.
Yep.
I couldn't. I was done.
My ex fiance pissed me off. It was the first time we had an argument because I wanted to go see the director's cut of The Exorcist when it came back out, the one with the spider walk, and we couldn't go. And you understand what I'm saying here? This is a woman that would sit up with me before streaming became a thing. We used to sit up all night on her little what was those all-in-one PCs called? What was that brand? The one with the cow. Gateway.
Okay.
We had her all-in-one gateway. And we used to stream horror movies over the internet, like the classic horror movies that you couldn't find anywhere else. And we used to stream them on the internet and sit in her room and watch them. And the one movie that this woman would not go see, she wouldn't even watch the original Exorcist with me in the house. I wasn't even allowed to take the movie off the DVD shelf. It had to stay on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like she was petrified of that movie for whatever reason. She was petrified of that movie.
Exorcist period. Yeah, that was when I like I said, other than I think the next time I went to the movies to like see a horror film was like, I don't know, Halloween H2O or something like that. Like I still go to the movies to see those, but I don't like that. That did it for me. I don't like those paranormal films and the stuff with it. I don't like that. Mm-mm.
Dude, I was writing a script, a ghost story, and I was looking up all this stuff in the supernatural and all this occult shit.
Yeah.
And this was like 2 months ago, and I couldn't sleep. Like I got into it for 3 weeks because I was looking up all this crazy ass shit. And after that, I couldn't sleep for like 3 weeks. I was in insomnia, horrible nightmares. I finally told my kid and my wife, and to like stop looking that shit up because I was having all these
that happened.
Up.
That happened to me too, AJ. When I was writing a film.
Yeah, let me tell you how real it is.
Called The Disciple, and I was looking up, the basis of it. I got through the film. I finished it, the script. It's it has the whole. It's like a cult film that's behind it. You know what I mean? So like, in order to. The cult that we did is made up, but I had to look and research a lot of different that whole culture.
Some of those sites are really freaky.
And sacrifices and things like that. And I was just like, yeah, that was another thing that kind of messed me up too. And I had another film that I was writing called It was called Ghost Rider. And same deal. I was looking up spirits and stuff, and I was like, I can't write these type of films. I was like, I can't. I just can't write those type. I can write a horror, like I did write Disciple, and actually, big up to my man Aubin. He co-wrote the film with me. He wrote a lot of it, but I was able to get through Disciple because Disciple comes across more of a psychological thriller as opposed to just a horror. You know what I mean? It's like Silence of the Lambs or something like that. But it did have that cult stuff in there, and that was just looking up the images, man. It's
let me tell you something.
Wait a minute.
Like what Stevie Wonder said is 100%, and I know this because I used to have. Well, one, I've experienced paranormal stuff in the very apartment that I'm in, and in 2 other places where we lived. And I also have friends who've experienced the same stuff out here in Long Beach. There are a couple of actually haunted houses and buildings here in Long Beach. And the one thing that I can say that's a fact, what Stevie Wonder said is 100% true. When you believe in things that you don't understand, you will suffer. Now, how much you suffer is up to you. But when you start digging and delving into this stuff, you know, you kind of you open yourself up, especially if you are, and particularly if you're religious, you open yourself up to certain things, and it's hard. It's once you got that door open, it's very hard to close it. It's very hard to close it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's the truth. I mean, that comes, and that goes for in my faith. Same deal. Spirits is real. Spirits are real. So even when you watch it, like you said, you open yourself up. Even if you're watching those type of films, you can be opening yourself up to that situation. You can watch them on TV and stuff like that. It's man. I've had stuff going on. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm confused. Y'all sitting up here telling us when I told my character story, y'all wanted to laugh at me like I was crazy. What makes my story any less crazy than of y'all?
It's not. I just said everyone has that one movie. The Exorcist was one for me, and actually my one movie that really messed me up. That everyone thinks it's not a horror film because I guess in some cases it's not. Everyone has that one film. Mine was, other than The Exorcist, was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. A lot of people was like, that wasn't scary, but that scared the hell out of me, man. I was like, yo, I remember having a dream that I woke up and there was a damn pod next to me. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, ah, yeah. So, oh no,
For me, it's just Carrie.
Next discussion, you discuss horror movies, and that's a good discussion.
That'll be the next discussion. Just horror movies. Yeah, we should do it. In Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Pleasance at the end, and you don't know if he got caught or not. And old girl's like, "Wait, you all right?" She was still walking around, and he just like, "Ooh." And I was just like,
"Yo," and he's like, "Oh,
I couldn't." That was it for me. I can't even watch the end of that movie anymore. When I see when that part where he's like, "Oh man, that's so crazy for me." But anyway, so Kev wins the verses. Congratulations, Kev! You have a year of canned squid, and you have a year of canned squid. But AJ, we always like having you on, man. Definitely come back and hang with us. Having you as our judge was the best move we could make because all your movie stuff, and even I was trying to find the thing that Jimmy Ace put in here because he was like, he said something like, it looks like Wes. He said, Wes, it looks like oh, here he goes. Let me find it. He said, looks like AJ should have played this game for you, Wes. Because that's when he was like, oh, man, you don't know what. And I was like, oh, no, I'm scrambling. Damn this Kevin. I was like, damn Kevin for putting this idea. Because I'm scrambling. I'm like,
I know, man. He messed the whole. He messed the whole.
I had a ton of fun.
Man, brilliant.
I had a ton of fun. It was
brilliant.
It was brilliant the way it went. But you messed me up.
I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, listen. I'm just gonna say this before we go. I did that on purpose, and it did drop on me at the last minute. Actually, while you were doing your opening monologue, it dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute, because like when I had called you earlier today. And I was like, when I spoke to you earlier today, and I was like, listen, I'm not picking 15 movies. This is just impossible. I'm not doing that. That's when I broke everything down into categories: comedies, action, thriller, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, this is the only way I'll be able to pick, and then I could counter whatever. That's why I said I need to get out my feelings, because even when I was picking, even though I said what I said, I was still playing by the other rules. I was still playing like I got to counter with this. I got to figure out what string. And I should have just went with and I made that mistake like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you should have just went with the best from
I
that
pulled
genre.
Out,
You just come with your biggest bullet from that genre. Yeah, I was just like, for me, I was just, because I didn't have it broken down into genres, that just threw me off altogether. Because I was just going to be like, okay, throw this movie. Then I'm like, oh, man, let me find this. And does that fall with that? Does that come under that? Yeah, it was good. It was fun, though. Thanks a lot, AJ, for
thanks for having me.
And definitely, man, we got to get you back.
We appreciate it, man.
And we'll get that popping, man. Thanks again, bro. We will talk to you very soon, my friend.
All right, guys. Talk soon. All right, bye-bye.
Have a good one, AJ.
Yeah, man. Good night. Man, that was fun. That was real fun. Now, Ralph, you did. Now, had you have told me the story that they went and made a meme about your carry thing, I may not have made that little video about you.
Nah, man. No. That was just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels that it's not even funny.
I was not expecting that. Yo, I was not expecting that.
So many levels that it is not even
like
funny.
Let me just tell you let me give you my rationale. I was
man, I'm insulted.
I downloaded the show.
I'm insulted, man.
I downloaded the show and I was playing it back. I
hurt my feelings, man.
What part am I going to use to play back? Because I want to make sure, Ralph, I'm going to play back the part.
I see. Okay. And just in case I lost, you had to be ready with the like, I told you so.
No. That's why I played it ahead of time. Because I was saying you was talking
in slow motion. Shade. You want to do? There you go. That's what you do. Shade.
Let me finish. So I'm playing it back. I said, okay, I'm going to play back where he says he's talking junk. Say, yeah, I'm ready for you. But you said it in such a rhythm. You said it in such a rhythm. You was like, I'm ready for you. And then I just, in my mind, I'm a producer by heart, right? In my mind, I'm like, I'm ready for you. Click, click, I'm ready for you. Click, click, I'm ready for you. And I'm just like, it just kept clicking back.
It's wrong on so many levels that I can't even tell you how you even trying to make it right. But see, it's okay. I know.
Well, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, Kev's the winner, but hey, you beat me. See, this is how Ralph is feeling like how I always felt as a Met fan when it comes to the Yankees. We used to always, we always the little brothers of the Yankees getting nookies from the Yankees, right? And then all of the garbage that the Yankee fans talk. I know Jimmy Ace, you're a Yankee fan, but I hate to say it. All of the garbage that the Yankee fans talk.
All the smack. Smack.
We had and all of the rings and all of their championships. The Mets had one opportunity to shut them up forever, and that was in the Subway Series, which they didn't. They lost, but I'm just saying, had they won, they could have always left. They could have always led with, well, the Yankees have this many championships, but they never beat the Mets. That's what they would have had, but they didn't. So
I remember when I was.
We just got to take our medicine.
When I was in high school, because I'm a Mets fan. When I was in high school, I went to Catholic school, and my religion teacher was this Yankee fan. That was 1986, the year the Mets took it all. And every day I used to stick it in his face about this damn Yankee. Say, oh yeah, oh wait a minute, y'all, you guys are home for the holidays. We still playing. So when they won, and not for nothing, my mom used to give me Sports Illustrated. So when the Mets won, it had Ray Knight on the cover when he scored the run. Mm-hmm. It was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. As soon as I took it to school. He was like, Ralph Cherry. I was like, here. Cover up. And he was like, attention. But it was okay. Best attention I ever had. Rubbed it in all the Yankees. We just rubbed it. See, now, I got to wait, right, to do that again. Because I'm a Cowboy fan, and I've been getting crap from all you.
Yes, because who's in the playoffs? I won twice today. I won twice.
Y'all in the playoffs. I didn't even realize that. So y'all,
that's right.
Y'all win it.
The Washington football team.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. And we talked about this before. And as much as I like Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, I can't stand Stephen A. Smith. Like he is always down in not only the Cowboys, but the Cowboy fans. He says because the Cowboy fans, they be trying to talk all kinds of smack. And I'm like, really?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, because y'all do.
No, we don't. And if we do, we don't
Listen.
talk more. Wait a minute. We do not talk more smack than the Yankee fans. We do not talk more smack.
Listen, y'all are a tough close by a hair second.
No, we're not.
Some of y'all Dallas Cowboy fans are you're delusional and y'all be on some ish sometimes.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
When Tony Homo was on this thing, I don't know. Some of y'all was. Wow.
I'm gonna put you like this, right? Every single team, professional team, has that section of fans that are just overboard. I mean, come on, you ever seen the Raiders? You know, I mean, Jesus.
The Raiders killed the Raider fans killed a fan from the Steelers. From the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
So,
that's my brother.
I mean, go to Philly.
Giant fans, and for all sake, you damn Philadelphia Eagle fans. You guys
Eagles fans are the worst.
Yeah, look at your boy. Look at your boy. Said, "Well, so much for that guaranteed win, bro."
Okay, I only lost by one. I'll take that L.
Listen, a win is a win, and an L is an L.
L is an
L. L is an L. Whether it's by one, half of one, or quarter of one.
That's right. But James, look at it this way. I made, and this is why I like to be. I need to be better. I lost by 2 because I made 2 errors. One was a real big error. Was Platoon. If I would have won Platoon, it'd be a different story. You know, and realistically speaking, I gave my winner for the last one. I didn't take Hoosiers because I said I wanted to be nostalgic. But if I would have took Hoosiers, I would have won. So
no, you'd have tied.
No, I would have won. No.
We would have tied.
No.
So that was the last one.
No, listen to me. If I would have took Platoon and took
Hoosiers, you talking about Platoon? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talking about Platoon? Okay.
Yeah. If I would have took Platoon and stuck with Hoosiers over Karate Kid, I would have won. So I mean,
that was fun.
But it was good. It's a good.
AJ just messaged me. He said he had a ton of fun. To you guys. So he did. That was fun though. That was cool, man. As much as it messed me up, it was better that way. It was more unexpected.
Well, I got something else. I got something else to mess with your minds, right? And make a meme out of this one, right? It's something I'm working on, and I was going to do this next Monday, but I'm pushing it back. It was something that we was talking about last week, and you said you've never seen an episode of The Wire. And first thing Cass said your black card need to be revoked. So I was sitting around this week thinking about that. So I actually made a black card. But then I said, so what I'm decided to do is, what do you need to see in order to actually earn a black card? So I decided I'm going to make 3 separate lists in order for you to earn your black card. The films, and this is the deal, the films that you absolutely should have seen. The next list will be adequate substitutes. And the third list is television series that you would have had to see at least 2 seasons of. 2 seasons. You didn't have to see all of them, but you had to see 2. Right? So I'm working on this now. I have my list of the movies that you absolutely had to see. Now I'm working on the list of what would be adequate substitutes. So if the 2 of you have any kind of suggestions or something,
in order for you to earn your black card,
in order for you to earn, and I actually
high on your list.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I actually didn't make a black card. I tried to make it look like an American Express card, right? But I really did make. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna post it. I'll put it in our chat room, right, so you guys can see it. But I actually didn't make a black card.
That's funny,
right? So for Black History Month, one of the money's in there. I'm going to post that list of films that you should have seen, things that if you didn't see but you saw one of these, it'd be pretty good as a good substitute, and television series that you should have at least seen 2 seasons of.
Okay.
So I can tell you now, I automatically, just because of the third category, I automatically lose my black card.
No, you don't. You don't, because you don't know what series it is. You know.
Well, you said you were the one who said The Wire, so.
Well, the Wire.
Well, no, the Wire. Well, yeah.
The Wire, yes.
Yeah, the Wire one, yeah.
But we also got stuff like Jefferson,
Good Times,
What's Happening, Martin.
Oh, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff.
A lot of comedies.
I'm safe. Yeah, I'm safe.
You know,
I'm safe.
I mean, so there's a bunch of different things down there that you should have, by this stage of your time, you should have seen at least 2 seasons of. To sit there and say, you know what, I really did earn my black card. Now, obviously, I think the first list I have is about 30, let's say it's 35 movies.
Right.
Even if you didn't see all 35, but you said, well, damn, I seen like 28, 29 of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But if you said, well, I just
okay,
seen 2.
What's the qualifications for what's the minimum number for the qualification?
I haven't decided. I haven't decided that part just yet. I haven't thought about
there has to be a minimum number qualification in order for how black, because I mean because if you only saw a 10, that means you team light skin.
You team hella yellow. You team hella yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. Or actually, you're a pale horse.
Yeah. Well,
if you see 20,
I have to say we get ready to get out of here, but my man is requesting. He's requesting the video one more time.
No.
Yo, just before we put it to bed. Ralph, you're famous, man. You're famous.
But see, here's the problem. Even if you put it to bed, you never show it again. And this show has been recorded. So someone's looking at it on YouTube and say, oh my God, I'm going to pull that up. It's a damn shame, man.
It's a request, man. I gotta fulfill Jimmy Ace's request for the final time ever in history. The Ralph "I'm Ready for You" song. Here we go.
Talk about good
movies.
Personally, it don't matter what year you take. I'm ready for you. 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 It's a damn shame, man. I'm ready. You got the little kid. I'm ready. I'm ready for you. I'm rolling the backboard. I'm ready. Only thing you got missing in that is rerun, popping, and locking. I'm ready for you. I'm sticking with my 1986.
Yeah.
The teddy bear. Yo, the teddy bear.
Ralph was like, nah.
The damn shame, man. That's all I say.
All right, bro.
You missing Elmo from that. You remember we used to be in your room making beats and Elmo came out, we used to do the Elmo dance?
And now what you guys gonna do? A remix?
Right. Oh man. All right. We're now retiring it. We're gonna retire. Judge Jimmy Ace, you asked for it and you got it. So
yo, that is hilarious.
Anyway.
That's right, Joseph. That's just cold. That's just cold.
Joseph said that's just cold, man.
Cold.
Oh man. All right, well, and on that note, we will retire that and we'll end the show.
You know something? Wait, you know something on the real? Don't retire that. Keep that. I'm serious. Keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that.
I'm ready for you. Yo, we need to make it go viral. There you go, Ralph.
No, we don't need to make it go. I don't need to, between that one and the video that was floating around with me with the whole Carrie story.
So somebody, no, wait, real quick, because we got to get off the air. But you said somebody recorded that show. They took the recording and
like a couple of days after we did the show, right?
Yeah,
I was online And I don't know who this person was. I don't even think it's online anymore. But somebody took that part of the show to mock me, and took the recording of me telling that Carrie story, and then would say like, oh man, you all soft. It's just a movie. You shouldn't be scared. Use a pump.
Who said that though? We didn't say that. We were just all I did was say they're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, and that too. They're all gonna laugh at you. So someone took our recording and then cut off that piece, right, and just kept that by itself and made a video out of it, and it was on the net for like a day.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I was like, wow, really? Like you guys really got nothing else to do?
Wow.
Oh God.
That's so messed up. But what's even more messed up is I
won, motherfucker. We will send you your cans. We'll send you your canned squid. Cool, man. This was really good. This was hella fun.
I'm gonna send you some canned tuna and extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah. It was great idea, Ralph. It was fun. This was fun, man. We had
it definitely was.
It was fun. It was fun because it was just throwing me crazy. I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen now? Each year had some really good movies though. We came with it, and it was dope.
Hold on a second. Is this? I'm looking on my timeline. And it says here, I need to confirm, but according to this tweet I'm seeing, it says confirmed Michael Keaton will be the main Batman within the DCEU, replacing Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how confirmed that actually really is, but I saw an interview. I mean, I saw an article about that too, where they were saying that they in talks to be the main DCEU Batman. Because remember, Warner Brothers is going to be doing parallel universes. They're going to be doing multiverses with the Batman. Yeah. So they may just be using that as their way of bringing him back and put it. I mean, I don't think they should do that, but I mean, I think he should be Bruce Wayne and do like a Batman Beyond series. That's
honestly, I just think that's clickbait because they were talking about that last summer, and then that got debunked.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at this article right here. It's from KDXA in Pittsburgh, and it says Michael Keaton, Pittsburgh native Michael Keaton will play Batman in 2022 movie.
No, they're talking about Flashpoint.
Well, Flashpoint.
They're talking about Flashpoint. Yeah, that's the movie they're talking about. So that's true. He is going to play Batman, but Ben Affleck's also going to be in that movie because they're going to do a multiverse thing with Flashpoint. So he's going to play Batman, but more than likely he's going to play Thomas Wayne's the Batman, which was in Flashpoint. That's who was Batman. When the Flash went back, spoiler alert, people, you go see the movie go watch the movie Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. When the Flash runs back in time and changes time, the whole timeline changes. So Bruce Wayne is not Batman in that timeline. Thomas Wayne is, because in the alleyway, Bruce gets killed instead of Thomas, and Thomas becomes Batman. So they're probably going to do that where Michael Keaton's probably going to play Thomas Wayne Batman, who was a little more brutal, older, used guns, stuff like that. Yeah. And Ben Affleck is going to play, because they did actually have Bruce Wayne Batman in that movie as well. So that's true, but he's not, I don't think they're going to have him replacing Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's definitely in that movie.
Now I'm looking down this timeline on my Twitter, and it says haters are real clowns to say the least. And he sort of says what I have always said. He says until recently, the complaint was that Ben Affleck was too old to play Batman, with him being 40 years old. But now with this rumor that Michael Keaton will be DCEU's Batman with a 69-year-old, are they happy? What the fuck is the hypocrisy? But he's got a really good point.
No, he's right. Really good point. I'm telling you right now, there's no way. I don't think there's any way they're gonna bring him back permanently to play Batman for like 2 or 3 other movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, unless they're gonna be a version of Batman or Bruce Wayne. If they do a Batman Beyond live action movie, he could play older Bruce Wayne.
That's what it's saying. It's saying many speculate this could be a way to backdoor into Batman Beyond with Keaton playing the older Bruce Wayne.
I can see that.
I could go with that one.
I can go with that as well. And like I said, with Keaton coming in for this multiverse version of Batman and playing either the Thomas Wayne Batman or just another version of Batman that's older, because it's going to be a multiverse thing, I have no problem with that. That's beautiful. That's fan service. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna end the show now. Next week, I don't know. I had so much fun this week. I don't know what the hell we're doing next week. But
we still got to do the top 10 sexiest ethnic women on TV.
Oh yeah,
and also we got to do the Denzel versus Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah,
we got to do Denzel versus Meryl Streep.
Yeah. So you said you put. I don't remember us saying ethnic. I thought it was just women. Period. So it's all ethnic.
Well, I kind of keep it to ethnic because let's be real. Most of the time when you see these top 10 lists of the sexiest women on television, is usually no racism, but it's usually some white girl, and the black girls or ethnic girls are always pushed to the side, to the back. So no disrespect to the white girls, because some of you like Jennifer Aniston can get it right this second, but sorry, it's got to be about the sisters, and that's black, Latino, Asian.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, I got you. Well, I'm telling you,
Jennifer
right now,
Jennifer, if you're watching, you can get it.
Journey Smollett right now is right there in my top, man. She's in my top.
She's in my top 10.
She was so fine in Lovecraft Country.
She in my top 10, but there's some other ladies, and I went looking. I went looking. I'm gonna tell you this. I looked at every single show on every single television network that is known to man.
Wow. You're going to have a really extensive
streaming services, cable, regular broadcast TV. Every television station known to man that we all look at, I went looking at, and I looked at every single show. I have a list. I'll tell you how many people's on this list right now. Without saying who's on my top 10, I have 91 women up here.
Oh my God.
91. And yes, Jernell Smollett is on this list as the girl that you mentioned from Flash, Candace Patton. She is on this list of 91. And this 91 is going to be narrowed down to 10.
Yeah, wow. You got some work to do. Yeah. So you even got more work to do. I'm going to go and I'm gonna find my 10 as well and go with it. All right, cool. So we'll get back with that. Maybe we'll try to do that next week. Get it on. All right, yo. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to Jimmy Ace, Tanner, Joseph Tanner, everybody that's in the chat room. Definitely a big thanks. There was another gentleman in the chat.
No, James. Richard. No, James. Don't give him no ideas. Don't give him no more ideas for that video.
Richard was in the chat room.
What's up, Rich?
Earlier in the game, it was my man KB, Kenneth Barber was in the chat room earlier. Shout out to all y'all, man, and everybody who came through. Of course, shout out to my man AJ Perez. I love having him, boy. He's funny. He said he had a ton of fun with us doing this. So, all right, y'all, for everybody, we'll get back to y'all.
Hey, Wes, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, when we do the top 10 ethnic girls, maybe we need to have AJ back on because he might know one or two of them.
He may know a few of them.
He might know a few of them. You could then say, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this girl.
All right, yo. Everybody, have a good night. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask. Peace.
Don't be that person.